10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Life Fly Tying, the show where passion for fly fishing meets creativity and camaraderie. It's our 6th season, and we're thrilled to have you with us. Without all of you who purchased Season 6 kits and our fantastic sponsors, we wouldn't be able to keep going. So for this, we want to start with a huge thank you. Morning View Mercantile, Lyle Peterman Real Estate, Craft Bear Nation, Rocky Mountain Fly Shop, Shore Fishing, Fish Bond, Fly Fusion, and Friesen Brothers. Born in a humble brewery in 2018, our journey began with a simple idea: to bring together like-minded souls for an evening of stories, laughter, and the art of fly tying. Our doors were always open, our hearts always welcoming. When the tides of time brought challenges, we evolved. From a cozy corner in a brewery to screens across the world, Thursday Night Life Fly Tying transformed into a virtual stage, forging the unbreakable T&L fam. Every Thursday, join our hosts, the ever-entertaining Dana and the skilled artisan Tim, as they weave magic with their stories and skills. Dana brings the laughter, and Tim brings the craft. Tonight, as always, we tie two unique patterns, celebrate our wins, and share a toast with our favorite beverage from our friends at Craft Beer Nation. Stay tuned for surprises, FLYINGO, and prizes, and above all, the love that binds the T&L fam. Let's dive into the world of fly tying together.
What's happening, everybody?
Well, it's gym night here at Pi Day.
You know, at Pi Day.
Yeah, my skin's not quite as tight as the collagen pills said it would be, but I'm trying.
Well, I tell you what, after all those pies we may or may not have
After all
eaten.
those pies, since it's 3.14, how many numbers can you say in pi?
I can do 3 and a decimal.
I think I can do a lot. Okay, go ahead, Tim. Tell me how many numbers of pi.
I got 3.14.
Oh, 159 265
You're cheating. You typed it in.
Thinking quick. 897 932 3846 264 338 3279.
That seems totally legit.
5028. See, look, I can do it. Looking over here, 502-884-1971.
So he's got screens
I
in
can do it
multiple
over
places.
here.
So.
6969.
I should know those two.
If there's a pie to be eaten, that is the place.
Grody.
Anyways,
well done.
welcome back to season 6, episode 11. Unfortunately, there's only a couple more of these weeks left. And
Crazy.
by that, I mean 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
3 episodes, 2 weeks. Tonight, time is ticking, fading away. And just like that,
Doesn't seem real.
another fantastic season is coming over the hill.
Stop talking like that.
I know.
Just let it be.
Well, maybe
Let it
COVID
be.
will hit, because I believe it was about March 20th when COVID hit. And we realized that we had to turn that short season into about 37,000
I
episodes.
think we ended in August.
And I can promise you guys, if it happens again, see how my skin wrinkles over here?
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
almost like it's
And
not a
tonight,
shirt.
we're going to be tying some flies. Underneath me, you see the rainbow dart. Tim was telling me it's a coagulation, a collaboration of 3 different patterns.
It is.
Did you remember the third one?
We'll let you know when we tie it after.
All right.
a
Well, I was
commercial
thinking,
break.
I was thinking maybe that was something you would learn. Like I learned all the numbers of pi.
Yeah.
582-097-44-592-308674. If I left off at 69399375110. If I did, I don't totally remember because that was a while ago.
Yeah.
So I did remember that. Tim didn't remember what he was supposed to do. But yeah, we're going to be tying the Last Chance Purple Haze, a cripple fly. The first time we've tied a cripple. And what is a cripple? We're going to talk to you, give you some tips and tricks on how to fish a cripple fly.
The cripple. It's a good one. And that we often miss out on that one piece of the hatch.
Yeah.
Think about it.
That
So
we just ignore.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what they're keying in on, because why? Trout are a-holes.
and they like easy food.
Yeah. And when that fly is stuck in the shuck and you can't get out, it's considered a cripple.
Cripple.
Anyways, we're also going to try some craft beer.
Yeah.
We're going to play the last FLYINGO of the
Wait,
season.
what? Did you just say? But there's 3 more episodes left.
I understand.
So
But if we give away all the prizes in the next 2 episodes, we'll have nothing for the
For-
10. It's now going to be changed from the over $10,000 donation giveaway. What we've accumulated so far, folks, in Canadian funds, retail value, $17,000 in prizes so
that's
far
it. It's a few bucks.
for the final donation giveaway. So,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that. But what we're going to do first is we're going to tell you what we're going to try for beer. We're going to give it a try. We're going to go to commercials. We're going to come back. We're going to check out who is on the couch tonight.
That we should.
That's
How's that?
so beautiful.
Nice.
So
Polaroid
beautiful.
pictures.
All right. What are you drinking?
Yeah. So
Because we also want to
I,
know what you're drinking and where you're from. That helps us kind of assess the situation. I don't know what it helps us. It's just friendly.
It's good to know.
It's just friendly.
I'm going a little off the track here. So one thing about Craft Beer Nation is they don't only have craft beer,
That's a
but they
good
also
point.
have craft cocktails. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to enjoy a grapefruit tequila Paloma from Founders Original.
Do
So
they
a
also
little-
have mocktails by any chance?
I may have thought this was a cocktail earlier.
And when
it-
you've had one of those days
you want
and you
it-
sit down
yeah.
to have a cold one and realize it's either a 0.5 or a
ETOH free.
mocktail. ETOH, no way. Strong?
No, it is delicious.
All right. So what I'm going to drink here is a Beach Break Blonde Ale with pineapple. I believe this one is going to be right up there with one of my favorites. Alcohol is 5%, and it's from Born Brewing Company. It says you're going to see some sweet and sticky pineapple with the Recresping Fishy Pineapple. I'm already salivating trying to get in.
Just
With a
slobbering.
refreshingly crisp finish. It's best paired with fly tying, good friends, and
Tight shirts.
ripped muscles. I can't believe it knew exactly what I was doing.
How did it know?
I don't know. So,
Ooh, this one's a little steeper. It's the old 7%er club.
well,
I got
as
this
as
is
Claude tells me, you got to give those strong ones some time.
that is
I think this might
Delicious.
be
10 out of 10, to
refreshing.
be honest.
A little bit refreshing. Like, does that camera not recognize me? Hey, I'm over here.
he's got to tap it. Remember?
Over here.
There he is.
Okay, there I am. And now you can see the rippage.
It's something like that. I can see the oil glistening on that right pec too. Look at that.
Workout.
I work
Okay, let me try it. You know what? I'm going to try it. We're going to go to commercials. We're going to get back to this thing called You Guys, because that's what the show's all about. Hang tight. In the heart of nature, when hunger strikes and time is of the essence, Morning View Mercantile has the solution. Witness how we redefine convenience. It's not just a meal, it's an experience. In mere moments, a feast emerges. Delight in the flavors of the wilderness. Morning View Mercantile, your partner in adventure, your ally in taste. For every adventure, a memorable meal. Morning View Mercantile, where every bite is an expedition.
Being up in the high Rockies or up in that area, just the different species, right? Still looking to get a brookie under the belt, still looking to get a bull under the belt, but the fish are amazing, and just the landscape is second to none.
Oh, that doesn't make you want to go fishing.
Hey,
you're not saying that, so are you?
what's good here?
Oh.
I told him it's a very high class night that we're dressing down.
We dressed down, he dressed up.
He dressed up.
Well, you with 3.14 pie night, you said dress up, so
Yeah, so here you are,
Here I
bow
am.
and tie, or I guess a bow is a tie,
Yes.
and your tuxedo.
yeah, my Gucci glasses.
Very nice.
Yeah, so apparently when you get a hip replaced, you go a little bouge on us.
Hey, all about the titanium now.
Yeah, he is Superman. So
Mechanical
everybody,
man.
welcome Mr. Ben Struthers. You might recognize him from one of the characters in the Rocky Mountain Fly Shop commercial.
Yeah.
Thanks, brothers.
Why aren't you working out like us, wearing nothing but skin?
Well, as I say, it's all about the glam tonight.
Well, that's what we thought too. That's why we're like this.
Just wait. Do you guys really want to hear my segue into this?
Okay, go ahead.
Why aren't you wearing your birthday suit? Speaking of
So what?
Birthday-
Speaking of birthdays,
birthdays.
is there some birthdays?
I heard
Oh.
today
There
was your birthday. And
Who
it's
dat?
a pretty special. I just have to keep stretching my skin down to do those things. If it's your birthday, put it in the comments. But we do know that we definitely have some birthdays. Miss Allison Fitzsimmons
Yes, she
turns 30 today.
30.
3-0.
Crazy.
birthday, Allison.
And the coolest part about that, it is actually somebody's true birthday a couple days ago. Maybe we don't spoil the party because I might let someone else talk about it, so we'll just leave it there.
Leave it there.
We'll leave
But-
it there. I also know Mr. Honorati, who's probably not listening, but he's got a birthday weekend coming up, so, well, we might as well say something like, it's your birthday.
It is your birthday.
So let us know in the comments. And it was Eli's 16th birthday on Monday, and his dad took him on a field trip to fishing.
Best Best birthdays ever.
So let us know this time of the night is when we celebrate you guys and your birthdays. And maybe I'll screw up. Josh, don't be sorry you're late. The BAM crew is in the house. What I do want to let you know is that this is that working, Chaz. Chaz, guys, take Chaz's tips, and throw them in the trash. But apparently the birthday song is over, so then the confetti. Oh, we can play it again. We can play it again. Look at that, folks. In case your birthday hasn't been announced, let us have an announcement for you. Hey, it's Brent Struthers on the couch. Well, if we don't have any more birthdays, it's weird to keep the birthday song on.
Can we get some Korean K-pop going?
I actually have a problem because this is what's going to happen. I'm going to stop the birthday song, and then the confetti is going to start. And I'm going to stop the confetti, and the birthday is going to song.
What did you do?
Oh my God.
Oh man, this is good.
Okay, guys. There, Johnny's in the house. He's about to lose signal, but he got here for his birthday.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, man. I don't even know how a guy like me continues on. Maybe I go two of these real quick.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes it just needs a double
One of
tap.
those. Starting off with a bang.
play
Oh,
that.
that's what I forgot to do.
What?
Oh, I had so many big plans for more sound effects. But apparently got busy,
Just been
doing the things, doing
what?
the things.
Just
So we got
nothing.
Ties of Flies, Mr. Struthers. Why don't you let everybody know where you're from, what you're drinking? Hopefully it's a beer out of the Craft Beer Nation fridge. And if it's not, you're going to have to go get yourself one.
There you go.
Well, Brent Struthers in here from down south Calgary, and we're gonna jump into the fridge and grab something from Craft Beer Nation.
Well,
We'll be waiting for you here.
Get at it.
Do you want me to go to commercial?
No, that's all
Only
right.
we can use that.
Oh,
And your
man.
headphones are plugged in.
Look at him. He's just
Look
so
at him.
mobile.
I'm looking at his butt crack right now. This is bent over. That hip
that
is
can move.
fine.
Look at that. Whew.
Yeah.
Some smooth movement. There
All
he
right,
is.
straight out of the fridge, a red ale from Medicine Hat Brewing Company.
Nice. Is there this beer is fantastic, guys. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Beach Break Blonde Ale with pineapple.
It is delicious.
Yeah. Infamous NAC. Happy birthday to my son Jacko that watches with me. Happy birthday, Jacko. We're super glad that you're spending your birthday with us without
amazing.
shirts on. Hopefully you're also in your birthday suit. As
It is a
what
birthday.
direction do you have to push the button to get the confetti to fall? One direction.
You can't do that, Travis. You
Well,
can't,
See,
can't set
Travis
him
is
up.
the one who sewered me last time and said, "Don't,
I know.
Tim, don't mention the direction."
Oh, I know. So he had to give you one. I get it. So throwing Chaz's tips out would be like tossing away a 1985 phone book.
Oh, that's a good point, because that is a wealth of knowledge in a stack of pages
It's like an whole
that you
appendix
don't
section.
you don't want to throw out.
Oh man.
You don't want to throw it out. But what we do want to do is we want to tie some flies tonight.
Yeah.
We want to play some FLYINGO tonight, so make sure you get your FLYINGO card. We're going to show you how to do that. And there's a couple other really important announcements to make tonight. Since there's 3 weeks. Like, I can
crazy.
remember banging studs.
Well,
Nope, I was building the wall.
building the wall with studs.
With this look, you would never know.
No, it's true.
But I did. And then I'm thinking to myself, wow, TNL's almost here again for another season. And now I'm sitting here hanging with a couple studs, thinking to myself, wow, TNL is almost gone for another year.
It's crazy. It comes and goes so fast.
Yeah. So Barry's really glad that you're here. And what's more important is
Thanks,
Barry
Barry.
also doesn't realize the renovations that took place after he left.
Well,
Had to fix the OQPs.
that's true. But, I also
Oh.
want to thank the mayor for leaving some diapers so that we
Yeah.
can get through this show.
Yeah.
And Craft Beer Nation for sponsoring those. You got to wear those to work best. You don't.
Yes.
You don't just like pee into them. You throw them on and just let her go.
All right. Well,
Under the jeans.
Maybe one episode we will fully wear the diapers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to borrow some of yours.
Roger Beatty said, I heard someone in a store say One Direction this week, and I was waiting to hear the music. Strangely disappointed when it didn't happen.
That's awesome. It's like Pavlov's
It's
dogs.
called neural linguistic programming, where we
Got 'em.
we show words and scenes and things that trigger you guys, and it's working. Not sure how that's in our benefit, but
Or beneficial at all.
hey,
but
Troy Tracy's here. I think he's been on a little bit of a hiatus,
What's up? Troy?
but welcome back. Welcome here. Welcome to us. Well, let's head on over to the news scene, and I forgot to turn on the start scene. But it's never too late.
There it is.
Entertainment news.
Oh, it's still the best news.
All
scene out there.
right. I know. This
So
is
good.
so fun. So clean. So jazzed. So ripped. These packs were hard to work on this summer. I mean, since last episode. Been
Yeah. I
doing
mean,
the crunches.
You've seriously been pulling it off, though.
Been doing the crunches.
Very good.
Little Caesars just texted me and said, buy one, get one crazy combo. They obviously haven't seen the physique. This isn't a pizza bod, folks. This is straight up egg whites and protein shakes.
Yeah, there's been a handful of those.
Suntan lines. What if we wore this on the river and guided?
I mean,
Just showed up with
can
our,
you get a
to get our
sunburn on
clients.
your fake?
Well, we just show up to see our clients. We're like, hey, what's up?
Man, they would think we could just row upstream all day.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's a good thing.
I don't think that's what they would think, Tim. I think that's about 42nd on the list of thoughts that would come to their mind.
Yeah, might be right.
All right, what are we going to tie tonight?
So we got a couple flies. We got the Rainbow Dart and the Last Chance Purple Haze. So one's a little more simple than the other. But for both of them, we're going to be using thread in the size of 70, UTC 70, something a little smaller as they're both quite small. The first fly is going to be that Rainbow Dart. We're going to use some red UTC 70. And then for the second fly, if you've got it, go with some purple in the 70 or black would be fine as well. That's what our flies are going to be tonight.
Yeah. Remember, folks, we haven't asked you to do this in a long time, but sharing is caring. And if you share this Facebook post, if you share this YouTube, whatever you want to do, share it somewhere because sharing is caring.
Yes.
And I've watched over the last 10 episodes, nobody's sharing anymore.
How
Shares
dare.
have gone. Remember when we said 100 shares and you would slam a beer? We're like at 3 shares.
Shh. Stop reminding
We
them
had
of these things.
97 shares to go because I'll tell you what, if we get to 60 shares tonight, I don't care where you got to share them. I'll do something.
Will you let me shave your beard?
I'll do.
No. I don't want the whole beard, just the mustache.
just the tip.
Just the mustache.
Yeah.
It would look so good. Think of it.
I would be
Trendsetter.
doing a lot of things here. 65 shares, and I'll do something to Brent Struthers later.
What?
And it starts with bear and ends with spray.
No.
Oh,
Good friend.
oh, that
Nate.
stuff's got a range on it, Brent. I told you, it's all about the show, okay? And
That's
you committed
right,
to
right.
that.
Sacrifice.
You got your hip done, so there's a chance you can run away.
I won't be the slowest guy anymore.
No excuses. None.
Tim, you're sagging a little bit.
I know.
Well, guys,
It's because my hair tie came out. Well, he bought me this big body.
I buy you a gym membership.
It's true.
How you work out is up to you.
It is demoralizing when that little S doesn't tighten up things
The S.
on the back of my shirt.
Those are some fantastic nipples, I have to say. Like
I'd like them more if they were.
It's so
I feel
real.
like, a mom who's been nursing three kids in. They're just looking down. I just need them a little.
There you go.
There.
Just like that. Look at that. You just got a uplift breast.
Yeah, that's the cheapest
All right.
breast augmentation.
Okay. Flies are there. How do you win at FLYINGO? Well, you're just going to head over here. And it's the last FLYINGO of the season, folks. And what do we have for FLYINGO prizes? Well, show them what they got.
Oh, we got some Morning View Mercantile. We have
that
the.
looks new.
This is new. It's the Thai peanut noodles with chicken. That's gonna be a good one. It's actually real good. That might not make it to you.
There's some for you too.
Oh, is there? Oh man. And what is this? Oh, the classic unicorn poop. Delicious.
Yes. Also in there is one of the sun shirts that you saw Mr. Dickow wearing last year. So when you win, if you don't have a captain, whatever, we'll just get you to give us your size. Also, what's really special here is this magnet is really strong. You're going to show it because it's not going to focus on mine. But Mr. Scott Lawrence, a friend of the show, TNL, custom made this fly box, and it is a fine piece of craft. It is. I don't even know if you'd want to take it fishing, actually.
I think this sits on a shelf with some really sexy flies from TNL in it.
Yeah,
nice work, Scott.
I think
Super
so.
awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. So anyways, that's going to go in this week. Mr. Struthers is going to stand up, and on the right side of that top shelf is another box full of flies that if you want, you can put those flies in there. But either way, this box full of flies that Tim's going to show you is going to be a part of your package.
Some real good patterns in there.
Yeah, it's about a dozen flies in there.
Great
Super
selection.
awesome. And you have to remember, I don't have Mr. Struthers on the screen here, but, and I never told them this earlier, so you're about to know. Because of your generosity with the Captain Clutch sticker, one of the TNL fam called in the other day, Mr. Paul. Not sure if you wanted me to say his name, but I won't say it anymore, okay? I've said Paul once, and
don't
I'll
say
leave
Paul
it.
again.
I will not say Paul one more time
No last names
after
for sure.
Paul. Yeah, Paul D.
Yeah, definitely not Paul.
Okay. So what he did is he said, after seeing what Mr. Struthers did, he wants to donate for this final FLYINGO giveaway 5 tickets. So it's a $50 donation, 5 tickets. Whoever wins FLYINGO tonight gets those 5 donation tickets. And that's for the end of the season giveaways. And if you don't know what that is and you're new here, we're about to show you next.
Yeah.
Nice work, Paul.
That's pretty awesome. And that's
thanks,
because, like I said earlier, it's contagious. Sharing is caring. Struthers does something, Paul does something, and it just kind of has a ripple effect. There it is. Say it. Paul D said say it.
Aldi.
That's him.
Aldi. There it is. Amazing.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we got at the end of the FLYINGO here. And then that's how you get your tickets. Remember, it's free every single week. It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Haven't done that in a while.
Nope. Free.
That's free. It's so free. Struthers, you don't get one. Struthers? Yeah, that's all I got set up for you, buddy. It's free.
No, it's not.
It's actually free. Shipping's free. Everything's free about it. You just go to the website, you download a bingo card, check your junk mail, and then we're going to play bingo. And you just fill out your card however you want. It's free. Remember, at 11 episodes, we've played 12 bingos. 12 bingos. And our sponsors have been great.
How does that work?
Well, 11 plus 0.
Oh,
Remember the
0,
first
yeah,
one?
yeah.
You can't count. I knew that.
You're so funny.
Ha! Anyways, I don't think we played FLYINGO on the first one, so you're right. It is 11. 11 FLYINGOs each and every week, and totally free. And we're going to keep doing it, and doing it, and doing it.
Just do it.
And doing it. Knacky. Oh! Why is it so? I can sit here and talk to myself all day in this voice.
Because it's tantalizing.
Yeah. Anyways, that's how it works. It's free. Get it! It's free! It's free!
All right.
Somehow that just never gets old.
Never gets old.
No.
But it's never as funny as the first time. That was a
That was a good time.
that was a cramp, a stomach cramp. Okay, so here it is, folks. Here it is, coming at you guys live.
Just some of the prizes so far. So Dana kind of talked about it a little bit, but how are you going to do this? This is a donation giveaway. So you can buy donation tickets, we'll say. I guess I don't know if there's a better word for it. And for every $10 that you donate, you get an entry into the giveaway. And so obviously the more you give, the greater your odds of getting. But that being said, people who do one have won as well.
Have won multiple times.
And there's not really any of the prizes that we're going to say are like cheap prizes. They're all fantastic.
No.
Like some are definitely big prizes and fly rods and, float trips and all these great things.
And what we do is we bunch some of them together.
Yeah.
So you're probably, I said on the website, safely, probably nothing's going out of here under $150. But as we saw last year, nothing really went out as a prize under $300.
Yeah.
So, we kind of say, like, at the end of the night, tip your bartender. This is just kind of something that we've done with our sponsors and friends of the TNL fam who have donated a bunch of stuff to help us raise money to keep funding TNL. TNL has a big cost and has a big time commitment. And the last 3 years, you guys have absolutely knocked this out of the park. And we've had a lot of awesome winners. And Struthers, what you won last year? What'd you win? You're just a ghost in the background.
A set of Orvis Pro wading boots.
Oh, yeah.
Watch this.
They were amazing.
Oh,
I can bring you back.
Double Dana.
Double Dana.
Look at those pecs, Chase.
Holy cripes. Those pecs are everywhere.
Oh, there's a fly.
That's where we're to be tying.
There's my nipple. Where is it?
There's Struthers.
There he is.
There it is.
Yeah. Set of Orvis boots. It was, I think they retail $350.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely was fortunate enough to have that and add it to the arsenal and going to put them into use this year.
Yeah. So there it is. We say over $10,000, but as you can see, I just totaled up the kind of the retail value of everything, and that's what I've got so far. As we've also not heard back from all of our sponsors, and we also have some friends of the TNL who love to donate to this. So it kind of just accumulates all things FLYINGO together. And you just head on over to the website there. It's all set up. You can buy 10 tickets. You can buy 20 tickets. You can buy 1 ticket. You can buy 10 tickets today, 10 tickets next week. And the draw will take place on March 28th on the final episode. And we'll do it here live. And you don't have to be here to win because we're going to write down all the winners. You're going to see the draw take place. And we'll contact you and we'll ship it out for totally free.
Yeah. It's amazing. You don't want to miss that last episode, especially if you've purchased some tickets.
Yeah. So ask yourself the question, did TNL, was it fun? Did you love it? Tip your bartender on the way out. But that's not just a tip. That's not just a tip. It's a chance for you guys to win some huge prizes. So it's a handshake to kind of finish off the season. And anybody who's been here in the past, it's actually interesting because we started this like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3. So this will be the fourth one.
Year, yeah. This will be the 4th year, yeah.
Yeah, and so what we did is we took all of the flies that Tim had tied throughout the season. We just threw it out there and we just said, hey, if you want to donate to the show, we can get you in on a chance to win this fly box. And it was phenomenal. The people who showed up to help us out, to help us keep going, get us into season 7. And and then so as we've done this year after year, the prizes just keep growing. It's a really fun event. We call it the Lucky Fly Box donation giveaway because it was started as just a fly box.
Box of flies.
Yeah. So it's back.
It's
Back. And you can win. And a lot of people do. Bruce Cole there won a trip at the end of the season where we've donated, myself and Tim. We've got those like rods, reels, fly lines, fishing trips, all the Tim's flies that he's tied. Two of those. We got a whole ton of tacky fly boxes. This list is actually light because the minutia of naming all the stuff. Rocky Mountain Fly Shop gave us an awesome rod, a spay rod, and
Trout spay.
Yeah, so good.
Many things.
So I'm just staring at a whole bunch of prizes on the shelf over there that aren't even listed here.
Oh yeah,
Fish Pond jumped in massive, a bunch of that luggage and it's so good.
Yeah.
And the best part is that people just keep reaching out and wanting to add to this. So let's make a party out of it. We'll have 2 weeks, folks. We'll have 2 weeks to get into it. You know what I mean?
Get with it.
All right, is that pretty much it?
No.
Struthers is still there.
What happens?
Well, I
next
was just
week?
gonna say, isn't there a party happening? Another one here sometime?
What's this
Soon,
party?
Right there.
There it is.
IF4, folks.
IF4.
IF4. Brought to you by Triple Point Chemical Incorporation. Huge sponsors of this year's IF4, bringing it to you to Olds, Alberta, Canada. We also like to thank Savory Meats and Sundry for sponsoring all of the sausages that Mr. Struthers and Brendan are going to be flipping Saturday morning. And we also like to thank Friesen Brothers for donating all of the pancake mix that Brendan and Struthers will also be flipping at early hours of Saturday morning. Now, the weather looks a little bit under, and it is what it is. Dress up because it's a really fun day. We're going to hang out, eat some free breakfast. We're going to go over to Rocky Mountain Fly Shop. We're going to shop all the cool latest things that they've got for us. We're going to hang out. We're going to get to meet you guys. Dusty J. Barnes, you better come. He's like, I got to look for a date. I said, dude, your date is all of us, the TNL fam. I know it's a little uncomfortable at the start to walk in and just be like, I don't really know anybody, but you'll be met with open arms. So I highly encourage you to just show up.
Yeah.
And then
worth it.
after that, we walk over to Tracks and finish the night off there.
Yeah, which is honestly one of the
Oh,
funnest
man.
parts. You have some drinks, have some food, but it's just we get to hang out for another few hours until we decide to all go home. So it's like, I think that's one of my highlights of the TNL season. And after that is getting all you guys to show up, and we just get to hang out and BS and
put names to faces and
a lot of that is that because we see a lot of names but not always faces. So
and rekindling old ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Every year.
Yeah, it is. And the big push behind it was like the idea that film festival has gotten lost, where it's just come to a theater and watch some shows for a couple hours. So a lot of work goes into bringing this together, but it's worth every single second, minute, hour, penny, because as you show up and you just see the energy, it's contagious. Getting to meet people, it's the whole idea of TNL. It's just that whole thing together.
Family and community.
Adrian's quitting this year work so he can come. Feel free to take a flight up to Calgary and drive up to Olds. It's only an hour away.
Yeah, it's not that far.
And then after that, I think we got one more announcement.
One more. Oh, what is this? Oh, yes. So Western Canada Fly Fishing Guide School running the spring class May 1st to 6th, and we only have one spot left, which is awesome. So if you have interest in it, reach out. Dana will have a conversation, explain to you kind of what it's all about. Definitely don't have to be looking to guide to do this course. A lot of people who have done it aren't intending to guide, but it is, need to learn to row your boat you've had in your garage for a few years, or learn some extra
one you
skills.
don't even have. And you want to get one.
Yeah.
And a lot of people take it for different reasons. We only take 8 students, and we're at 7 right now. So we have one spot left. And there's a couple guys that we're just waiting to hear back from about that spot. But that spot is still open, technically.
Still open.
So if you want to jump in, let us know. Send us a message. Western Canada Fly Fishing Guide School, May 1st to 6th. If you just want to inquire about 2025, because Struthers is taking 2025. He just secured a spot today.
Yep. 7 left.
Yep, 7 left.
Can't wait.
Yep.
7 left.
So we can advertise next year. 7 left. And I think that's it. So we're going to get ready to tie a fly. You're doing the Purple Haze Last Chance first?
Let's get that Purple Haze out of the way.
Yeah, a little tricky.
A little trickier one.
Okay. Grab a beer. Well, you're going to tie with us. So get your flies ready. Dump out your materials into your dish. You already got the thread. We're going to go say thanks to our sponsors, and we're going to be right back, and we'll jump right into the fly. You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
We're going to go back to back on the flies.
No regrets.
And then we're going to jump into FLYINGO. The last
Sorry,
FLYINGO.
Cam. That's not fisherman's math.
It's mad.
Yeah, that was an interesting day.
Oh, man.
Hey, any day on the water with the TNL family is great. Doesn't matter if there's
Doesn't
one
matter
too
if
many.
you're in a raft, in the boat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We had a great time.
Okay, here we go. In the heart of nature, when hunger strikes and time is of the essence, Morning View Mercantile has the solution. Witness how we redefine convenience. It's not just a meal, it's an experience. In mere moments, a feast emerges. Delight in the flavors of the wilderness. Morning View Mercantile, your partner in adventure, your ally in taste. For every adventure, a memorable meal. Morning View Mercantile, where every bite is an expedition.
Being up in the high Rockies or up in that area, just the different species, right? Still looking to get a brookie under the belt. Still looking to get a bull under the belt, but the fish are amazing, and just the landscape is second to none.
We caught you with your pants down and your mic off.
You did.
Well, we forgot to do something.
Uh-oh.
It's pie day, folks. And so from our friends at Freezing Brothers, we have some pie.
Hey, look at that.
That stuff is just sitting there waiting for us to get our dirty mitts inside of it.
Interesting choice of words.
Wow.
Well,
It's looks delicious.
anyways,
That's the pie, folks. Okay. There's no segue out of that one. Okay, let's
There
tie.
is. You're just not good enough.
Let's tie some flies. Okay, guys, so we are going to go through the Last Chance Purple Haze. Now, like we said, we haven't tied a cripple before. But what is a cripple? How do you fish a cripple? Why do we fish a cripple? This is a bug that, of all stages, is probably the most vulnerable. So this is specifically, this one is a mayfly who is struggling to get free from its casing or from its shuck as it's emerging at the surface of the water. So you've probably seen some of these if you've paid attention on the water before when a decent hatch is going on. They just look kind of like their wings are folded in. They just haven't emerged properly and they're struggling to get off the water. Obviously for a trout, that's a pretty easy meal. So why don't we fish them more? Do you fish cripples? Let us know. It's something that I know I definitely forget sometimes as well. So we're gonna get to work on this fly. It is quite a few materials. It is a small fly. We're tying it in a size 14, and there's kind of a lot going on in such a small hook. But stick with the stages. We'll get through it. And if it's a total bust for you, head on over to the Quick Ties tomorrow and give it another try. So let's go ahead. We'll get our hook in the vise. This guy started. And remember, for that thread, I'm going to be using a purple UTC 70, so something that's a little bit smaller. If you got purple, great. If not, that's all right. Go with something dark if you have it in a smaller size. So we're going to go ahead and start our thread just behind the eye. We're going to work our thread back to about a third way back down the hook. So this, the way we tie this pattern.
We got a Mike Ploy says, any flavor recommendations? He's in Freezing Brothers right now to get a pie.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
We haven't tried them yet.
I know we haven't tried them. That's a tough
I
one.
would try all three. They're $3 each. And they have 3 flavors.
Get them all.
There you go. Well, you can.
There you go.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. So when we look at, oh geez, that's a flying scissors. When we look at a hook shank, specifically this one, we want to think of that being broken down into 3 sections. So we're gonna have where we put our wings, we're gonna have the body, and we're gonna have the tail. But the hook shank itself, we want to go into thirds. So 1, 2, and 3 to the bend. So we need to leave this much space
Just
up front.
hang on. You're getting called out.
What am I getting called out for?
Because you said we're going to tie this one second.
No, I didn't.
You did. Just hang on. Hold tight.
I said we were gonna get this one out of the way first because it's a little.
Yes, but originally. Hang on. Josh might not be ready.
Okay, Josh, take a second.
That's okay.
Take a second.
Tim, tell a joke.
Oh man. Oh, I do have, because this shirt's appropriate. This is because you know who this is, right? This is The Rock.
The Rock.
So, how does The Rock take a pee? He Dwayne's his Johnson. I've been saving that one. He always does this to me, and I never have a joke. So this couldn't have worked better. I've even really.
Shh.
Dwayne's his Johnson.
That's.
It's as good as it gets here, folks. I got nothing else. Oh man.
Tell one more joke.
I'm out. That's it. That's all I got.
Tell one more joke.
I got nothing else.
Come on, you got something. if you've been saving that one for a long time, Josh, we're okay. We'll take your time.
Everybody's calling me out. Apparently, I said the second, but I really didn't think I
I
did.
need to change thread.
Maybe you wrote it as second, and I said it as first.
Well, we can go back and check.
We don't need to do that. I'm right. You're wrong.
Travis is in with it.
Oh man.
Okay, Travis has one.
Okay.
How do you caught?
Do you caught? So good English. A
How do you
polar bear while ice fishing.
Ice fishing. Go on, I want to hear it. I got a couple sounds for you. One's not in your favor. We did switch. Okay, well, that's all right. Hey, we keep them on their toes.
I know. You guys,
The
this is a
season's
test.
ending. They got to know by now. So it's fine. We'll
test.
just hang on. We'll just wait.
Yeah, we got some good. Andy's got a joke too, so we're gonna go with that one. We need some answers.
Yeah.
Why did Adele cross the road?
Just wait. We need to know why they caught a polar bear while ice fishing.
How do you?
Well, if you're hillbilly, you throw your phone down there and call it.
That's crazy. He got that back.
I know.
Nuts. Okay, let's see.
I'm not sure what's worse, waiting for the punchline or your rock joke.
Trevor said right there. The line
Oh.
pee, and when it comes to eat it, kick him in the ice cube.
Line the
Ice
hole with peas, and when he comes to eat them, kick him in the ice hole.
And we're
Oh boy.
what? Yeah.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
definitely.
That's a big whopper fail. I like Andy's. So
Okay,
why did
Andy
Adele
says-
cross the road?
Yep.
And why? It's to say
say
hello,
hello.
from the other side. See, that's on par with my joke, I think. That's a good one. It's classy. But I didn't get that. I just got
No, this is a good one. Hello from the other side. I must have tried 1,000 times. Don't ask me how I know that song.
because she's like,
How do you make holy water? Please, somebody tell me they're ready to tie the fly.
oh, please, we can't do any more of these.
Peas with peas.
How do you make holy water? This is not going to be. Ooh, that's nice. I got a Annex Ale Project Polar Kolsch.
A Kolsch.
Kolsch.
A Kolsch.
This
Okay,
way.
yeah, no crickets for Hillbilly. How do you make holy water? Mr. Mathis.
Come on, Bruce. Let us know, because you're going to get a tone.
I just want to hit a button. I don't
just
know.
want
Is
to
it
hit
good?
any
Is
button.
it bad? Is it get crickets? Press the button.
Oh, you boiled the hell out of it. Oh, that's good. I'll give you that.
Oh, it gets one of those. The people weren't laughing, but
I
they were
thought it's
proud of
great.
it.
That's good. Well done, Bruce.
Everybody seems to know the answer
That's good.
to that.
It's
It's good. Okay, if you're not ready,
We're not
I
doing any
can't-
more jokes.
I can't hang on anymore. Where's Bad Joke Doug when you need him?
Ah, touche.
Bad Joke Doug. Okay,
Bad Joke
back
Doug.
here. Here we go. We've got purple
Okay.
thread. We've wrapped it about eye lengths back.
A third.
So turd a third.
A turd a
same.
third. So we're going to use this front section here with the thread. This is going to be where our wing goes. So we need to leave space. So every time we tie something in, for the back section is going to be from here. Okay? So the very first thing we're going to tie in here is going to be our tail, or the first portion of our tail, which is this here. So you got some moose body hair right here. Okay? This isn't moose mane. That would be much longer and thicker. This is actually just moose body, which is a nice stiff hair. You're gonna wanna grab, I'm gonna say 8 to 10 pieces, but that's kind of a hard thing to judge. Grab an adequate clump. Doesn't have to be much, because remember, this is a very small hook. So grab that off of that patch there. So I got mine here like so. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a hair stacker. Tips first. I'm gonna get that down. We're gonna give it a couple of wraps on the table to align those tips. And then when we bring it back up, we wanna put the base end, and which would be the tips, pointed back down the fly. We pull that off, and there is our stack tail. Set that aside, make sure there's no fluff. And if you have any hairs that are kind of just all out on their own, I got a couple in here. You just separate them from the group and pull them out. And I got one random white one in there. I'll pull that out. We want this to be black.
Oh, is that from the knuckle?
Okay, so here we go. So now when we tie in this tail, we want to measure this to be roughly a full hook shank length in length. So I put the tips of my fingers on the hook eye, I measure back, and now what I want to do is basically take that
Barry called an SOS.
pee break.
Pee break.
No depends tonight. Oh man. That
Tie
guy's spoiled
this
bladder.
in, and then we'll
Then we'll take a little break.
let him pee his pants.
So I'm gonna set this here, move my hands to the back to hold that position. I'm then gonna switch hands over here. And you're gonna see, this is a technique we have here where I'm gonna basically pinch really hard with these two fingers. I'm gonna keep the deer hair up off, or so the moose hair, just up off the hook shank. I'm gonna give my bobbin a clockwise spin for me. I'm left-handed, so I do it clockwise. If you're right-handed, be counterclockwise. That's gonna cause that first wrap to jump rearward, back against my fingers, and get that first wrap. Now, I'm doing light tension wraps here. I'm not going really hard, because if I do, it'll just flare the deer hair, which is not what we want either. I'm then gonna lift up.
Moose hair.
Moose hair, sorry. I'm gonna lift up so that I can make sure this stays right on top of the hook shank. And I'm gonna do good tension, but not super tight, trying to flare it all the way back to the edge of the bend, or on this specific hook, that ends up being basically at the hook barb. If I left my thread hanging down, it's basically right at the barb. I can go ahead and let go of my tail. Okay, so there's my tail. Now I'm gonna lift this up, because it's right where I tied it in, and trim it out at a shallow angle. And then I can go ahead and bring my thread back up to the tie-in point. And we'll give Barry a second to Dwayne his Johnson.
Well, he would be doing nothing else.
Oh man.
But
Yeah.
what you can understand here is the fact that Scooter Tabor said, looking back on Chaz's tip 4122-32 subsection B, Tim has missed the aluminum foil in the hair
my
stacker.
gosh. Don't need it.
Subsection B.
Subsection B.
Oh, his tips will never get old.
Never.
Tips and his taps.
Tips and taps.
One of his tips was a tap, and
Yeah.
I feel like Struthers wants to unmute it.
He's got things. He's just got that mic at the ready the whole time. He's
First contestant on the couch that has been jonesing. Get it? To speak.
Jonesing.
Jones.
Oh,
Not
man.
Craig Jones.
Not Craig.
No.
No, not him.
Take the phone with you, Barry, and then you won't miss a thing. It'll be,
Oh, gosh.
It'll be Dwayne and your Johnson. You Dwayne that Johnson. I think you had to have an accent.
Why?
Remember we did that before?
Dwayne.
Come on. We're going to do the accent game
No,
later.
I
Yep.
got nothing.
Yep.
My Asian is my Australian is my German.
Yep.
9. That's all I got. 9. Okay, are we waiting for Barry? Is he back? Barry, let us know.
Keep going.
We're moving on.
The mayor.
The mayor can take a leak. Okay, so from there, guys, we're adding a little bit more to our tail. This is gonna signify or represent some of the shuck or the casing that this fly is trying to get out of. So we've got some antron here, so I want you to take off about 1 inch. So it's gonna be longer than it needs to be, but we'll trim it. So take about 1 inch of that antron off. And then I want you to go ahead and split that clump in half. Even just maybe a little under half. You pull it apart. You should be left with a little bit smaller clump. You don't need it to be super large, but about half of that. And then what we're gonna do is you see what I did there? I kind of twisted it together in both directions. Didn't get it this time. He's busy doing something else. Anyways, we're gonna come in. I didn't do it, so you can't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. What? Is that that actually sounds like a moose call.
Remember that game we played? What sound is it?
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah, I should do better.
You should. Okay, guys, we're gonna lay this down way out over the tail, so we've got extra space for it and extra length. Now I'm gonna repeat the same thing I did. I switched hands over. I'm gonna do that collecting wrap, give my bobbin that little spin, gonna jump rearward, get that wrap right there, and then we're just gonna start taking wraps rearward, lifting up on that antron yarn, all the way back to where we left that deer hair, which again, remember you can use that barb as your kind of gauge. Get it all the way back there. Then I'm gonna lift that front piece, come in and trim it out. And then for the length in this back one, I kind of lift it up so that you can see the tail. I wanna lay or put my scissors in between the antron and the moose hair, body hair. I'm gonna lay this down and cut it about halfway down the overall tail. If you got any little stragglers, get those out. So that should extend about halfway down the tail. Okay. All right, moving on. So next thing, we're gonna complete the body of the fly by making a dubbing noodle out of our purple dry fly dubbing. So you got a whole schwack of it here. This is literally enough to do probably like 500 flies because we use very little. More or less when we make this dubbing noodle, we're just gonna be putting color almost on the thread. It's very minimal, especially at the start. So I'm gonna grab just a little wisp of it. That's even still too much. We want this to taper a bit. So this noodle is gonna be about 1.5 inches long. And at the start, it's gonna be very, very thin. So when I twist that on, I'm again in one direction. I'm gonna spin that dubbing on, And I'm gonna slowly build a little bit of extra bulk in it as I get down the dubbing noodle. But it is important that you make it very tight, okay? So you wanna spin it so that dubbing's good and tight on the thread. Okay, so when I lift it up, I've got my dubbing noodle. Now I'm gonna come in, take a couple wraps until that dubbing starts, and you want it to start right at the base of the tail. And we're gonna do touching wraps forward. And because we put a little extra bulk up here, it should bulk up and make the body look like it's increasing in size as I move up. Just like so. Get that a little tighter at the bottom there, and finish it off. There we go. So we've accomplished kind of the back tail portion and the body section. Now we're just gonna work on the wings and a little bit more of the representation of that shell casing or the shuck that we're trying to create in this cripple. So the next material we're gonna go to is in your kit, you're gonna see you have some CDC feathers. So not a CDC puff, but an actual CDC feather, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab it by the stem. The stem is gonna, when we tie it in, is gonna be pointed rearward down the fly. But I want you to gather that with your fingers, kind of roll it together until you create that little puff at the end, okay? So you got this little puff. Now we want this puff to be in length out the front of the eye of the fly. We want it to be about half of the hook shank in length. So if I measure it off the actual hook, I want it to be about half of the hook shank length out the front of the fly. I'm gonna come in here, get a good grip on it again, pinching, spin the bobbin, come up and over, get kind of a loose wrap for 2 wraps. I'm gonna let my bobbin hang, and I'm gonna grab that puff, and I'm gonna make sure that it's sitting right up on top of the hook shank itself, okay? So I got that up there. Now I can start taking some wraps rearward. I'm gonna take this all the way back to where that body starts. And we're gonna leave some of this back portion in as well. So I want you to get your scissors again, like lift the CDC straight up, set your scissors on the body of the fly, and it wants to come about halfway down the body. I'm gonna trim it like that. So I know that's kind of hard to see against my current shirt, but we'll do this. You can see it a little better. So this one should be slightly shorter than the front puff, and this one's just cut off at the back. Okay, now probably the most challenging part of this fly is gonna be getting your hackle tied in. We're gonna tie in 2 pieces of hackle, and we're gonna wrap them both forward. So you're gonna have a brown hackle, and you're going to have a grizzly hackle. So you're gonna have one that's black and white as well, okay? So we're gonna tie them in individually. So the first one I'm gonna tie in is gonna be the brown one. So at the stem of your feather, you wanna peel back a few of those fibers of that feather. We don't wanna use any of that fluff at the bottom, so I'm gonna trim that out right away. I've peeled a little bit back, so I've exposed some of the stem. I wanna find the underside of the feather, which is gonna be the dull side. I'm gonna tie that so it's pointed back down the fly. I'm gonna lay that stem just slightly across the hook shank at the top, right in front of that puff, and I'm gonna tie it in right there. Make sure you got some good thread wraps, even forward a bit, and then bring it back against the base where you tied it in. We can trim out that stem, and then we'll go ahead and we will tie in the next one. So I'm gonna
Just a personal question.
Yeah.
Could you use the cauterizer tool to zap out the stem? Because you know sometimes it's kind of a rigid.
You definitely can, but I would be not doing that anywhere near CDC because that stuff will go up in flames, and then you gotta retie it in. So
All right, I think you should try it.
I'm not going to do that because I don't want to ruin my fly. And then we're gonna come here and prepare this saddle, this grizzly saddle in the same way. I'm gonna pull it down, expose some of that stem. Again, find the underside so it's pointed rearward. I'm gonna come in and tie it in right where I tied in the last one. Make sure you get some good wraps on it. I'm gonna flip it up and cut out that stem as close as you can. And now the fun part starts.
All right, let's take a pause.
Let's take a pause
and just see if everyone's caught up to that. Although it looks intimidating, I don't think it's as intimidating I think the hare's ear parachute, like wrapping that post with hackle, is a little more difficult. Yeah.
Yep. I personally feel like when people start tying dry flies, they are intimidated by hackle and wrapping it. And I mean, honestly, it's intimidating because you don't want to ruin the feather because it's actually an expensive material. But this style of hackle where we're wrapping it on the hook shank itself is so much simpler than the post that it's good to start maybe at this type of fly versus going straight to a parachute.
And honestly, like Ken is talking, his words are probably other people's thoughts. But like try it with us as we're tying it here, because there's a lot of things that you can ask as you're going through it and you figure, oh wow, I'm not quite sure on this.
Yep.
On a YouTube video, you can't always ask questions. You can write a comment and wait for somebody to get back to you, but kind of in real time. And honestly, if it absolutely goes to dumpster fire, that's why we've included 5 opportunities in your kit. So you can kind of take what you learned here and then jump back into the quick ties. So they're kind of like, it's a multifaceted way of learning, is the live stream and the quick ties, and definitely try to follow along live.
Yeah. At the very least, stay engaged with it so you know if something challenges you, you're like, okay, this is what I want to ask.
Or ask the questions as it's going down as to something that might question you, trouble you.
Yeah.
So what am I going to try now? I'm going to try Red Heart Brewing. Kind of partial to this brewery because it's one of my good friends, and it's an albino blonde. And I've only ever had one of their beers.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it, but I've heard mixed reviews about the brewery that it's not for everybody. So
yeah,
I'll try it.
Fair.
And then you guys let us know. Are you ready to wrap the hackle? I think you are.
Yeah, we are. We're getting there. Okay, so let's start this off. Now, what I would suggest doing before you go ahead and do your first hackle is let's just throw in a quick half hitch right behind the front puff. As this is going to save our work, we can then also get if you've got a bobbin cradle, you can also get your thread out of the way. Kind of helps with the first one. So this guy here, I'm going to go with the brown one first. I'm going to start by getting a complete wrap right in front of the CDC puff. And now, because there's actually 2 hackles going in, I'm not going to really stack these on top of each other, especially with the brown one. It's the accent color. So I need to leave a little bit of space in between wraps. You're probably going to get only about 3 or 4 wraps in before you get to the eye. I'll bring my thread back here. I'm going to then take some securing wraps just behind and in front. Behind and in front, as always, when securing material. Make sure you get good even tension so you know that that's locked in. Once I've done that twice, I can go ahead and trim out that hackle feather. You want to be careful to not cut out anything else. So always with these more small, delicate flies, you want to be careful not to cut out any extra hackle pieces or anything you put in, because it just takes away from the fly. Now, this, especially in a fly like this, I'll say, I do a lot of prep work to tie these flies, and not all of them will look like this one, which meaning it takes practice to get good at these. So don't get discouraged on your first one if it doesn't quite go as you want, because it's not, the first time you tie a pattern, it's not going to be fantastic. So just take it in stride. Okay. Next one we're going to do, we're going to grab the other hackle fiber. We're going to do the same thing, except this time we want to try to fill in the gaps.
Travis has a question.
What's your question, Trev?
Does it matter if you wrap it clockwise or counterclockwise?
It doesn't matter. As long as when you secure your feather, you're making sure that you get wraps on both sides of it at the end. Doesn't make a difference. I will say most people go clockwise. I think it has to do with being right or left-handed. As a left-handed tire, I often go counterclockwise with my wraps.
Can you go clockwise with one and counterclockwise with another?
I would go the same direction on both. That's what makes you beautiful. I don't even see it coming. I think that's the worst part. It hurts my soul a bit.
Just quick, I tried this beer, guys.
Killing me.
And I've already got my review in.
That's a quick review, so I'm hoping it's good, because if it was bad, you would give it more time to get better.
I don't think I have a scene by myself anymore. Oh, where'd it go? I don't. I'm just not. I just don't need that anymore.
Where are you? You don't even hear.
I don't even know.
Hello.
I don't know.
Hello
but
from
if
the
I
other
were
side.
Here, this is my review on the beer.
There he is. No. Oh, that's good. Well played. Not good, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
You
Try
see?
it. It's like it's so light that it's almost not.
That's a solid good beer for me. It's kind of like
I don't have glasses that say yes, so I just have to go with no.
It's like a Corona kind of. It's pretty light.
I know, but it's still got
Pickiest beer drinker out
an
here.
aluminum taste
Oh
afterwards.
gosh, back to the chemicals
Anyways, I
again.
gotta find yes glasses.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, we're ready to go in one direction. Oh, that was good. That's my highlight of the night.
That was good. Good question, Ted. Why don't I use the rotary function when wrapping the hackle? To be honest, I don't use it when I'm teaching because I feel like not everybody has the function. So I would use it normally for sure. And if you watch the quick ties tomorrow or something, I do use it. But most of the time when I'm teaching it to a group, I don't use the function as not everybody has the ability to do it. And I think going back to the base skills of being able to do it without it is good as well. So
Yeah, Ted's my buddy from the gym.
oh, Ted, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, he slacked in this morning.
Oh man, I need 9 glasses.
9?
9.
All right. Well, when you make your
Amazon.
donations to the donation giveaway, it helps us fund the costume addiction that I have. That is very expensive.
It's so expensive. Oh man, we keep Amazon alive. To be
Yeah,
honest.
and now Temu.
Temu, yeah, touche. All right, guys, we can't delay this hackle anymore. Let's get it on. So I'm gonna go in the same direction. Don't do it. I'm gonna try to fill in the spaces in between where the other hackle goes. So if you're looking right on top of your fly, you should be able to see where your other one was and where it came through. You should get the same roughly amount of wraps as you would have. When I get to the end, I want to lift up on that hackle and I want to get some thread wraps behind it and in front of it. Now, the thing about dry fly hooks is they always, for the most part, have a downturned eye. And I don't really understand that because honestly, the amount of times I've got to this point of a fly and had my thread slip off the front of the hook eye, it drives me crazy because it's always hackle related and you don't want to lose or waste any of that, but it happens. So just be really careful when you get to the front of the eye of the fly that your thread doesn't want to come off the hook eye itself. So once I'm at this point, I'm not gonna worry about the hackle that's still hanging here because I wanna go right to getting the wraps in that I want. So I've gone behind, gone in front. Now I wanna reach in here. I'm probably gonna cover up what I'm doing because I need my fingers here to do it, but I'm gonna grab all of the materials and pull them back. And I wanna drive some threads right underneath that front puff, which is gonna cause it to stand up slightly, which is somewhat the appearance that we want out of this, if we want that to stand up. So I got a couple of wraps underneath it, helps it stand up a bit. And now I'm gonna go in there and instead of whip finishing, because you know I really like to use my half hitch tool when it comes to dry flies, I'm gonna go ahead and do a half hitch, which just means I'm gonna place that little hole that's in the end here. It's gonna work to come up over the eye. It pushes all the material back and I can get my knot in. So what I do is I just place my half hitch tool on my thread, wrap around twice, slide that down, come up, push that material back, and get my knot in. One more time. Make sure that's good and secure.
Could you wrap them both at the same time?
Yeah, you definitely can. It's 2 different ways. Both are totally appropriate. I actually do like doing both. It just sometimes for people, it's hard to manage 2 hackles at one time. But when you do both at the same time, they actually kind of stack on top of each other together and it makes maybe a little bit fuller look. This one turned out pretty good, but sometimes they can look like they're not really in sync if you don't fill up the gaps properly. So there is that. I'm gonna come in here, trim out this last hackle. Trying not to cut out much else. Then I can come in and snip out my thread, like so. And that, my friends, is the Last Chance Purple Haze. Look at that. This way, this way, this way. Yeah, there you go. Wow. Got your puff up front, got your puff behind. Got a little duty in the back.
Puff, pass.
Hopefully your guys' flies turned out something like this. Challenge yourself at this size because yeah, it's easy to go grab a size 12 hook and do this, but when you get down to a 14 or even a 16, these patterns get a little tougher. But as we know, a lot of our mayflies, unless you're fishing brown drakes or green drakes, they're gonna be this size or smaller. So challenge yourself to do it. This is the Last Chance Purple Haze, but this could be the Last Chance Brown Drake or the Last Chance Mahogany. You could do it in different colors. So purple, we obviously like for trout, but you also could do this in like, you know, your
green would be great.
Or gray. Gray is like the Parachute Adams color. Yeah. It's very multifaceted. So try it in different colors, tie it exactly the same, change the dubbing color, and you got a whole nother pattern. So there you go, guys. Hopefully yours turned out pretty good too.
That's fantastic. Now that everybody is so ready for the first fly, it's easy enough to just jump into the first fly.
We can do that. Everybody's been so prepared.
So I did take the advice of the beer master, Mr. Dave Rutherford, and I put it into a glass versus a can. Maybe eliminating some of that. You're on the air. What are you wearing?
Oh, look at that.
Well, those new Love People Catch Fish shirts.
Look at that.
They're amazing. Comfy.
Done from our
Great
friends
fitting.
locally.
I think you should stand up and give us the full view of
The
this
full
thing.
effect.
Yeah. And then duck and crouch.
Can we please get a Crouch and Tiger
Tim,
hit
are you
and
telling
Brent?
me to kneel?
Yes. I brought you those knee pads.
Yeah, thanks. Now I understand what they're for.
Yeah, yes you do.
No, you don't.
We'll meet later.
Okay, I want you to look into the
I'm going
camera.
home tonight.
Look into the camera. Give me one of these. Or these.
Gang signs.
Okay, everybody hold still. Tim, throw them up.
It's all right.
Guys, get ready to screenshot this. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, screenshot away. 7, 6, 5, 4. How's your new hip? 3,
Amazing.
2, 1, 0. And now do something with that screenshot so that we can see it. Send it to us, tag us. Yeah. So if you ordered your shirts, your t-shirts, they're going to get shipped out right away. A lot sooner than you thought, right? Exactly. Yeah. That only took a week. Thanks to 6 Print and Design, Steve McDonald and company, locals in town. We also ordered a bunch of extra, and we're going to give them out at IF4.
Oh.
We're also going to give them out at the final end of the year donation giveaway.
Yeah.
We also got a whole bunch of sun shirts, 50 to be exact, that are back in this box. And you're going to win one if you win one in FLYINGO. And if you don't win in FLYINGO, you can win one at IF4. And if you don't win one at IF4, you can win one at our fly fishing end of the year. I don't.
Wow.
Guys.
How many beers?
This, two.
You didn't have a 7% either.
I didn't. But I also didn't have a mocktail.
You should try this. You really should. You really should.
Okay.
You're gonna like
you guys all ready? Let's get this fly, this rainbow dart. We went to commercial. Tim looked it up and figured out what the 3 were. So he's going to tell you right after I Google it.
It's true. Why didn't I look this up when I was supposed to? Oh, man.
Because that's you.
No,
Why did you drive into your garage door today?
Too many things. Why do you got to call me out like that? Okay, so here we go. This is the rainbow dart. Little bit of information about this. So
I was Googling it for you so you didn't look stupid.
Well, I can be stupid. It's why I just had it. Why can't I find it now? Do you have your information?
All right, folks. The rainbow dart is a mixture of.
Oh, I got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's the Rainbow Warrior, the Tungsten Surveyor, and the Red Dart. Those are the 3. That's the one I can remember. Tungsten Surveyor. Good, right?
Yeah.
I like it. Kolsch.
Nine, Ryan.
So the cool thing about each of those, whether it's the Tungsten Surveyor, the Rainbow Dart, or the Red Dart, the Rainbow Warrior, the red dart, they're all searching patterns, meant to pretty much imitate absolutely nothing, but they kind of mashed them together as a pattern. This one, have you fished this? I've never fished this one.
No.
I've
Honestly never heard of it until
you
asked me to include it.
So yeah, like obviously the Rainbow Warrior is a classic. We have fished that lots. Tungsten Surveyor is also a new one to me.
Just turn it so we could see the top too, because there's
so you can see
kind of like a nymph back.
Yeah, we got a wing casing on it, built out of some flash material, and then this really cool dubbing you're gonna see you got in your kit. There's quite a bit of it in there, and then we just use a red saddle hackle for the tail. So if you got your package, let's go ahead, get that open, get a fly and silver bead in the vise, and this one should not take us very long. It's a fairly simple nymph pattern, which is what we all love, simple nymphs. Nothing too overcomplicated. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bead here on the hook, and remember for that thread this time, I'm gonna be going with a red, as I like to leave, or the pattern calls for, a red collar at the end. So that is what we're gonna do. I'm tying with UTC 70 in red this time.
All right, Mr. Mark Holcomb is off to bed.
Off to bed.
Love that guy. We miss you, Mark. I want you to hang out more. Also, did Fly Fishing Saves Live podcast, if you want to check that out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get on over to the red thread here. UTC 70 in red. We are going to start that thread. Not yet is what we're going to do.
Oh.
We're going to set that aside. Dig into your materials. Dig into your materials. You're going to have lead, as well as you're going to have very, very small silver wire. Okay, and I mean it's like size extra small. It's very, very small. It's there for durability, not for actual appearance purposes on this fly. So separate the two, but we are going to start with the lead wraps. Okay, so go ahead, grab the lead material that's in your kit. We're just going to be putting a very small amount on this fly. So you got a clump of it like this, just straighten it out. And we will get at putting a little piece on here. So I'm literally just gonna put like 2 or 3 wraps maybe on this fly. This is to add a little bit of extra weight, but also to add a bit of structure for the thorax, which is gonna be bulkier and bigger. If this was a tungsten bead, we would not be doing this, as it would just really overweight the fly. So what I want you to do is, first off, once you kind of have this in this position, grab those crummy Dana scissors and come in here and trim that out. Make sure you can tuck the end of that lead wire up against the hook shank, like so. And I'm gonna pull it back just a smidge. I'm gonna grab some super glue, and I'm just gonna put the smallest little dab right on the hook shank, and I'm gonna slide that forward up against the bead. That'll hold the bead in place. Straighten out my hook a bit. Hold the bead in place and creates a little bit of that thorax to start. Then what we're gonna do is we can go ahead and get our thread out. We're gonna start that just behind the lead. Take a few thread wraps. You can go ahead and snip out that tag end. And then the first material we're really gonna put in here is we're gonna get into our red saddle hackle, okay? We don't wanna use any of that fluff that's at the bottom, so go ahead and peel that off the stem right away. Don't wanna use any of that. What we're looking for is the stiffer, more straight, up here kind of fibers. We're looking to grab roughly 10 to a dozen of them, separate them off. We do want a fairly pronounced tail, so I'm just gonna separate them off. Try to, when you grab them, keep them aligned when you rip them off the stem. So when you pull it out and look at it, you can tell they're still kind of all together. Now we're gonna measure a tail that's roughly a hook shank in length. Okay, so kind of like we did on the last fly. I'm gonna transfer that over, switch hands. I'm gonna bring my thread back to just behind the lead. That's where I'm gonna take my first wrap, and then I'm gonna lift up on those tail fibers to keep them right up on top of that hook shank as I move rearward. without going out over the bend. So I want to stop at that barb kind of spot again. And then I can go ahead and trim out those butts.
Ron thinks the music sounds broken. He just hasn't heard trap music lately.
Maybe not. Maybe he has.
Do you know what trap music is?
Trap music?
It's that gay pop from Korea.
Okay. Let's go to our next material, guys, which is going to be that size small silver wire. We're going to tie this in. This is going to be there, like I said, kind of just for structure. Bring my thread back up just behind the lead. Place it right behind it. Get a secure wrap, and then start working it back down the fly. This is going to come back up over top of our dubbing, because the dubbing we're using tonight is a synthetic dubbing. It's a little bit slippery, and we want to make sure we got it locked in place. So once again, as always, you get enough dubbing to do quite a few of these flies. We're not going to use anywhere near that much. I want you to grab just a small pinch off. We're going to make another dubbing noodle. You know how to make these dubbing noodles. We've been doing a ton of them. I want you to start by being a little thin at the top of the noodle, spinning that on, and then we're going to work our way to being a little bulkier as the thorax needs to build in size as we get near that lead wrap section. It only needs to be a couple inches long, maximum should be enough. I'm then going to start my wraps right in front of that tail section. Start working that forward. As I get up towards the lead, it's going to really start to bulk up. I need to leave a little bit of space behind the bead, at least a full bead length behind for the thorax of the fly. Okay, so we've got up to here. Now you can tell that this nymph, because of the type of dubbing we're using, has a ton of little fibers that are sticking all up. We are going to trim those up because that's not the appearance we're going for here, but we'll deal with that in a second. I'm then going to go ahead and grab that small wire and just do some nice open palmar wraps, not squeezing down super hard. This is just there to kind of hold the dubbing in place, to give it a little bit of resilience once you catch a fish or two. We're going to secure off that wire. We can just helicopter that off. Set that aside for your next fly. And then the next thing we're going to go in here with is we need to find that flash material, which is probably a flash you haven't seen before. It's a little bit thicker.
Hold tight. Questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah, what do we got?
Mikey Dumont. To build bulk with the dubbing noodle, can you just do more wraps in that section?
100% Mike, you could do that. But as we grow and we get better at what we're doing, the goal is to prepare ahead of time. So we can basically do the same thing by actually building a tapered noodle. So starting thin, building some extra bulk, but you're not wrong. You could just do more consecutive wraps in the same piece to create more bulk. But trying to teach you other ways to kind of get better at some of this stuff, and one of those is going to be building those tapered noodles, as sometimes it's really important, especially with dry flies, when you're trying not to create extra bulk and you just need to be like perfectly spaced out and building in size. You got to be more delicate with it. So, but good question. You definitely can do that. Let's just work on maybe some of the other ways of getting around it. Okay, so next material, flash material. This is very wide, okay? So this is too wide. We want to actually cut this in half. So I want you to grab your scissors, come in and cut basically in diameter. You want to half that diameter on this flash. So I'm going to come in with my scissors and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to go, you're not going to be able to see me doing this just for a second because I need to look at it a little better. I need to cut that back enough, roughly like an inch. And then what this is going to do is it's going to give you even more material to work with to do more of these flies, because you've got a lot more of it. And once I've got that back a little ways, I'm just going to come up here. And now I like to cut just a small little arrow or point into the flash material, as it makes it a little easier for tie-in purposes. It's just a tiny little point on the tip. When we tie this in, we want to make sure that this is right up on top. Okay, we want it to be perfectly on top. So I kind of keep it on the near side of the fly to myself. And as I take my first wrap, it carries it up towards the top of the fly. So that's a little technique that'll help you get it right centered on top. And then I need to take my thread wraps back against where the dubbing stopped so that I can build my thorax now, which is going to be built out of an Old Faithful material, our peacock herl. You got a whole schwack of it in there. I want you to go ahead and grab yourself 2 good long pieces and match up the tips.
Travis was saying that he struggles with the dubbing noodle and just how to taper it. So a suggestion is take a, where am I? Over here. Okay, suggestion for practice. Take like a 3X long streamer hook. Dubbing, you're going to have a whole ton of dubbing left over from this year. Dubbing's inexpensive. Dubbing can also be used and reused, especially if you're just using it for the practice purpose that I'm telling you about right now. Take a really long hook, dub a noodle, wrap it, work on tapering it, dub a noodle, work on tapering it. At the end of the day, you can just literally unwind it, take the dubbing off, and you're back to square one.
Just do it
so
again.
You can practice things on tying flies. So you could tie this fly 50 times, or you could just do like practice. You know, like a hockey player would shoot 100 pucks in the net. You could do the same thing and just work on that so that when you do get to smaller flies like this, which isn't really a small fly, but it's a smaller fly, you feel confident in doing things like that. You can also use dubbing wax. But I'm sure once you practice enough, you're going to get to the point where you are comfortable doing this.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great idea. Yeah, it's a great idea to practice because, like you said, you could do it on flies, or you could just do it on a bare hook. Some other small tip that might help you, I haven't found it super helpful for myself, but some people really like dubbing wax. You can put a little bit of dubbing wax in your thread. That helps you be able to tighten your noodle so you can see it a little better and tell that your taper is building or not building. That helps some people. Personally, I don't use it a lot, as you can probably see in the show. I don't use it much, but that is also a technique that is used by some. Or wax thread can help as well. It's already got some wax built in. Okay, good question though. Okay, we got our 2 pieces here. The very tips of your peacock herl are quite brittle, so let's go ahead and just break them off, and then we'll tie in from where we broke off. We'll come in here like this. Now I'm gonna tie this in kind of up closer to the bead and then work some thread wraps back against it, right up against where I left the dubbing. Now I want you to leave your thread there. Now this technique with peacock herl is very advantageous, very similar to using pheasant tail when you're tying pheasant tails. If you wrap against your thread, it actually stacks the herl on top of itself, or the pheasant tail, and it allows it to stack properly and more full. So by leaving my thread there, all I do is start my wraps forward, and as the herl pushes against the thread, it stacks it about perfectly, right? Like it looks full, it's not trying to come away from itself, it stays perfectly stacked. I'm gonna get up here, I'm gonna toss a thread wrap behind and in front, repeat that one more time, behind and in front. I can go ahead and trim out that herl at this point, and we are just about done this fly. Now, the last thing I need to do here for material is I need to pull forward my flash. I'm gonna pull it right up over to just behind the bead. I like to place a finger on top just to kind of check it, make sure it's perfectly centered on top. And then I'm gonna bring my thread up and over, secure it just behind the bead. So now when you look at it, see how you've built that real nice flashback wing case. It even kind of compresses and pushes out that peacock herl to kind of look like the gills on a mayfly. Really great for making that appearance. I'm gonna do just a couple wraps on top, and then I'm gonna lift that up, pull it back, and get a couple of thread wraps in here. Now this is where we're gonna build that collar that I was referring to. A hotspot collar, that's why I'm using the red thread. So I'm gonna take a few extra thread wraps here so that I can see a red spot right behind the bead. I'm then gonna come in here and trim out the rest of that flash, set it aside for the next fly. You can see it like there. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab my UV Solar Res, okay? I'm gonna grab my light so it's ready. I'm not gonna build a big bubble back on this fly. I'm just gonna put a little bit of UV resin right over top of the thread wraps and just back onto the flash. Just helps secure that little bit slippery material. I'm gonna cure it right away. Now the cool thing about doing it like this is I don't have to whip finish this fly. I don't need to. I've glued it, I've secured it, I put that resin right up over top of those thread wraps. So once I know that's cured, good way to test if it's good is pull some thread down and then take the tension off the thread like this. And if it doesn't try to unwind, you know you've secured it well. So I'm gonna come in here and trim out my thread. And like I kind of said earlier, I don't want all those spikies coming off of that dubbing, so I'll just come in and trim it. Not right flat. I'm gonna leave some little pieces.
I have one job to do, and I'm over here doing 42 more.
What are you doing?
I don't think you put enough resin on there.
Oh my gosh, I didn't.
I didn't. I noticed that.
One second.
You used the fake resin.
Just got a little trim.
Come on, people. I'm just over here. I'm trying to make some different glasses.
Okay, just a tad bit more, just for you.
Just for us. Okay, so like Tim said, you can never put enough resin on. There it is. There it is. That's what we came for.
In the spotlight.
Oh yeah. Follow her off stage right. Bye, Rosina.
See you later,
oh
girl.
Man. Oh, if it wasn't for you guys in your comments, I would think I wasn't a failure. Zap a gap.
Here we go, guys. That is your rainbow dart.
Rainbow dart.
This is tied, I believe this is a size 12, but definitely take these down into smaller sizes. As you can see, quite easy to tie. Not a ton of materials or a ton of, techniques to this one. Just a little bit of dubbing noodles and a few materials.
Good
So
fly.
there you go, guys. There it is.
Oh, that's exciting. It's exciting because I haven't fished it.
I know. Kind of
It's
want
more
to.
exciting because you're about to switch your mic.
Oh.
And what's even more exciting
What could
is
be
the
more
fact
exciting?
that I did something while you guys were over there.
What were you doing?
Well, I had a
Oh,
change of heart.
man.
I poured it in a cup, as the beer master told me. The aluminum taste went away, and although I started off with a strong no, I've quickly reverted to a strong yes.
Very nice.
I give myself a yes. It's very kind. It's very kind. If that's one way to speak about beer, you can say kind, because I've had some on the show that weren't kind. And I think what I've learned so far is just give it a bit of time. Okay? You can't crack a beer, throw it down the hatch, and then be like, it's bad, it's good. Because some good beers get a little worse. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I think you just got to be really careful on stuff like that. That you don't just see how long he notices before he realizes he's on camera.
Hey!
I freaking love that outfit.
It's so good.
That's what we need
Carrot top.
the picture of.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Glowing glasses and everything.
Oh, all the good stuff. And just,
Wow, we just relaxed after dinner, had to take off the tux and slid into something more comfortable.
something a little more comfortable.
Yeah, and then,
The good
able
news
to-
is
be able to see.
the baking cam is still there. The pie. Since it's pie day, we got pie. And actually, we're about to dive into this pie while we play some FLYINGO. So let's say thanks to our sponsors, and we're going to come right back and we're going to play FLYINGO. Get your FLYINGO cards ready. If you don't have a FLYINGO card, how do you get one? Well, quite easy. You just follow that little graphic over there. www.flyfishandbover.com/TNLS6. You get your FLYINGO card. It's as easy as that.
Just like that.
And there's lots of good prizes to win today.
There is.
The last FLYINGO of the season. The last chance of the wizard to come and crush some people's souls. So let's say yo, yo, yo to the commercials, the people that keep the show going. And we'll get into some FLYINGO when we come back.
Let's do it.
In the heart of nature, when hunger strikes, and time is of the essence. Morning View Mercantile has the solution. Witness how we redefine convenience. It's not just a meal, it's an experience. In mere moments, a feast emerges. Delight in the flavors of the wilderness. Morning View Mercantile, your partner in adventure, your ally in taste. For every adventure, a memorable meal. Morning View Mercantile, where every bite is an expedition.
Being up in the high Rockies or up in that area, just the different species, right? Still looking to get a brookie under the belt, still looking to get a bull under the belt, but the fish are amazing, and just the landscape is second to none.
So much for that commercial.
Yeah, well,
We just got to get to FLYINGO. Somebody
FLYINGO.
might have got their card this week. Wonder who that might
I
be.
feel like that was aggressive. It was aggressive how loud it was.
It was just a little.
Let's on this guy and his beers over there. All right. You're trying to say beers like warts, it grows on you. That's exactly what I am saying. I think I'm getting FLYINGO tonight. Time to crush the wizard's dreams. Call sequence number 11. Since it's episode 11, the first four, which last week we said nobody wins, and then weirdly the rainbow dart is in there. Tim is also playing.
I'm playing. It's my first time, guys. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I do? Oh, wait a second.
You just have to like mark it down because it's a picture.
I'm marking it with my.
If you would have got the email properly, it would have just done
Oh, I got two. Not together, but I got two.
All right. 4.
Just like that. What is it? A line? One line anywhere.
One line anywhere.
One line anywhere.
One line anywhere. Struthers is playing. I feel weird. I shouldn't play because I'm the one calling it, and I just found out earlier I could rig it.
Good.
All right, 3 already. I got me one of those. And remember how the tiebreaker works, folks.
I hope I get to battle royale with somebody.
Remember I said we were going to eat the pie while we played FLYINGO? Well, obviously Struthers is playing because he's got the captain clutch.
Yeah, he is.
Circus.
This skin I put on is tight.
It is toit. Like a toiga. Do you remember that one time when they won on the first 4?
Yeah, that was last weekend. Mike
crazy.
Dumont.
Crazy.
Mike Dumont.
I think that's the first time in the history of TNL.
Well, remember that one time we went blackout?
Oh goodness, that was
We don't talk about those.
that was such a bad idea.
We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, 3. Looks like everyone's got 3 already.
Yeah,
I don't know what this is, but it's not good. We got a tiebreaker. We put all of... Remember, what do you do if you get bingo?
That's pretty simple, actually. All you got to do is say bingo, but in the same comment. Just keep it all together. all you got to do is say bingo, say which call it's on. You got your call numbers right there. And then you also just need to put your card ID, which is just on your card itself. Mine doesn't have call ID. I just realized this. Did you just make this up? I'm playing for nothing? This is...
Only 2 on the card. This card sucks. Game on, brother. Here we go. 3 already.
All right, come on.
All right, Circus Pete Hopper and the Klauser Minnow.
Klauser. I got the Klauser. It's all for nothing because I don't have call ID. I just want to duke it out with somebody.
Well, you just tell us.
Yeah, I'll just tell you. If I say bingo, it means I got it. It's on me.
Well, we'd have to put your caller ID in.
You can look it up, I'm sure.
I have it. I actually have it on this other tab.
Nice. I got 4 so far.
Okay, here we go. Hurry up.
Circus Some good stuff to win tonight.
Yeah.
I like that fly box, gotta say. That's
Strother Brothers.
coming together. Oh, look at them.
Larger in charge on the couch. I survived.
Captain Carrot Top.
The night's not over. Yeah, this is great.
I know, I love it.
Super cool. Thanks for the donation, Scott.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Great work, Scott.
Plus, you're going to get 5 donation giveaways. Thanks to Mr. Paul D. You're going to get that box of flies over there. You're going to get the gifts from Morning View Mercantile. And you're going to get a sun shirt.
That is good.
Yeah.
Good winnings.
We're probably doing like $200-300 every week.
I think Jeff has one left. I think he wants that ant.
CDC Foment. All right, I'm going to call number 6. Copper John.
Copper John. Struthers only needs 1.
Oh man, I'm not doing good.
My hair's hot. It's not as hot as it used to be.
When you could grow it.
I may not be asked next time.
Well, folks,
That's funny.
I've never officially been skunked on a guided trip. But if there was a possibility of it happening, July 10th might be the date.
Who's going then?
Oh,
bastard!
I don't know.
Are you
don't know.
Are you 2 days in a row?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Back to
Am I
back.
first or second?
You're second.
Oh, I love being second.
Yeah, you
Sloppy
do.
seconds.
All right, do we got a winner?
Do we?
Do we?
Nope. Everybody wants that foam ant. I think they got the same card.
No. Thin mint.
I have like a lot of them, but none of them are near each
Damsel
other.
Fly Nymph.
Damsel
My
fly?
favorite are the people who never comment and then all of a sudden they just ram in the bingo. It's like, who is Franklin D. Roosevelt? And how long has he been around for?
Oh man.
You've never fished with Sean Ellison. He is absolutely the most environmental friendly fly fisherman. When we say leaves no trace, he leaves no fingerprints.
Not one.
Although there was a time last year that a friend of mine,
Looks like the new dad's coming in hard.
Bingo Cole Clayton.
The new dad coming in.
Cole, you've been here before. You know what you,
know
need
it.
to
Oh,
do.
John too. Oh, this is gonna be a cluster.
Well, Nathaniel Shell is bingo
Okay, we got to
39.
start taking notes here.
Oh man. Well, my first and only time playing was not successful.
Okay, bingo 39. We need we need which call number?
Look at John.
Oh,
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, that's order.
Bingo call
okay, so
card 8.
Cole's card 8.
Wait,
Card one.
John
eight,
is
number
call
29.
829. John's the one that won 2 weeks in a row last year. How do people?
How many cards?
Cole's bingo call 8. Card number 121.
And there's another one too. up.
Yeah, I thought there was one.
Yeah, there is. He didn't give us the right info.
Right there,
Matthew
Nathaniel.
Michelle.
Nathaniel.
Card number
Not that
39, but
Can we assume that was on call number 8, Nathaniel?
what do you
If it's
got
on
there,
number
buddy?
7, he doesn't even need to go to the tiebreaker.
That's right.
Gotta let us know.
SOS on bingo.
I like a good group.
Yeah. So what we do is we go in the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker sorts your numbers, and then that's the number to which we go through the doors of doom. You know what I'm saying? If the first person wins, well, it's over. If the first person doesn't win, the second person goes. And if the second person doesn't win, the third person goes. And that's kind of how it goes. Nathaniel, we need to know which call. Just say the number. Just write in the number. Just like bingo, call 8, card 121.
What is it?
JB's dad got lucky tonight.
Call number 8. That's another 8er.
Okay, that's another 8.
All right, so there's 3 of them.
Okay, so we're just going to wait a second because sometimes you guys freak out on me and say, that guy had too many beers, he didn't write my number down. So I'm just going to be very conscious about this. Number 39 for the Nathaniel. Number 29 for John Miller. Round of clicks for John, just giving it a straight, like, perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
Round of clicks for John.
He's experienced. He knows what's up.
He's won. He's beat the Wizard twice in a row.
First bingo in 4 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see it. Hopefully it's you.
Yeah. Fair is fair. All's fair in love and war. Tiebreaker. So the first one to come in is Nathaniel Shell. And Nathaniel Shell came in at 039. Oh, shoot. Just the wrong keyboard there. Okay, we'll try this again. 039. The next one is John at...
Cole
The next
apparently
one.
got it really excited. It was his first bingo in 4 years.
Glitched on the Facebook app during the panic. Okay. Well, there we go, folks. We got 039 for the Nathaniel, John's 029, and Cole's 121. We're going to press go. You guys are going to watch this unfold just as everybody else in the studio. We're all in this together. We might see it before you because there's a bit of a delay in your world. But that means nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Somebody make me press go.
Do it.
Go.
Just do it. Just do it.
Doing it. No!
121.
Cole gets up first.
Cole's in first.
Yeah, okay, so Cole's up first. And then we go see who the next one in line is. 029, which is John Miller. Second and third will go to Nathaniel. So that's how we're going to go through the doors of doom, folks. It's a really easy game. You just got to make sure that you choose the right door.
John, what are these hateful things you're saying?
Shmigo.
What?
All right.
That hurts. That hurts deep, bro.
Where is we haven't gone to the doors for a while because
All right. Ooh. Doors of Doom.
Good luck be with you, my friend.
All right, Cole's up first. Make your calls. Love you too,
Wizard
John.
on the couch. Just going back to the good old days. With the wizard on the couch. Each
Wait,
what?
why are you always doing this to me?
What is that?
What is that?
Apathetic. It's apathetic. So make sure you write down the number that you would choose had this been your lucky day. And Cole Clayton chooses number 8. Remember, folks, if Cole wins any prizes, the doors are done. If Cole wins no prizes, then we move on to the next contestant, John Miller. And if John wins no prizes, then we move on to the final Nathaniel Shell. Number 8.
Come on, number 8.
I wish I could see behind door number 8 without showing door number 8, but I don't see behind door number 8. Actually, I can see behind all the doors. Cole, is that your final answer, given the fact that your wife and the mother of your son just turned 30? Are you sure? I mean, if you want to go with 8, I will push 8. That's fine. But I just think it's interesting that your wife turned 30, and yeah, that's just it. That's just how I'm interested. But if 8 is your final answer, just type it in and we'll pick it. Just pick it. Just pick it. Just pick 8 and then we'll go. It's just like that famous game show. Is this your final answer? I need to know, Cole.
What show was that?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
That's right. Final answer.
Final answer.
Oh, Allison says you should go with 3.
Allison says you should go with 3. I'm really concerned now, because nobody likes divorced families 4 days after they have a baby.
So
I'm just gonna double check.
3
Is
or
that
8?
actually... Sorry. I need to know, Cole, say 8 or 3. Why would we say 3?
I don't know, he just pulled it out of the air, I guess.
8 or 3, let us know what it is. Oh, 3 is the final answer. Okay, so Allison says I should go with 3, but the final answer is 3.
Alright,
Well, I wonder how that pie is tasting
still
on the
sitting
floor
down
down
there.
there. I thought maybe Struthers would be digging deep into the pie. Folks, number 3. Always listen to your wife is what everybody's telling you.
Yeah.
I do like the dedication to 3, but I'm curious because if 8 was right, but the fact that Allison turned 30, maybe that was something they thought was a premonition that 3 was actually the right answer.
That could be it. That could be
That
it.
could be it. But what if it was 8?
Then they've been duped.
What do you mean they've been duped?
They've been duped.
He's been duped.
By the premonition.
Oh, by the premonition. Mr. Struthers brothers, do you think Cole should listen to his wife or go on his own accord? Happy wife, happy life. Alright folks, you heard it here first. Mr. Struthers has spoken the most fine words of wisdom. Happy wife, number 3! Even the wizard is somewhat happy for this magical moment.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's a winner.
That
Winner.
is the premonition that everybody here wants to hear. A brand new father winning and beating the wizard.
Beating him. There it is.
There it
Yep,
is.
still sounds super
There
awesome.
it is. Guys, want to jump out of these voices?
Yeah, it just doesn't quite have...
Same feel. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Oh,
little
that's
better.
better.
No.
That's better.
Ah, there we go.
That better? Nope.
That's not. There we go.
Remember? Double tap. Double tap.
Double tap. Tappity tap.
Tappity tap.
Ah.
There we go. Congratulations, Cole. That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna
That a boy,
screenshot
Cole.
this.
That's too good.
Yeah.
Yes, he is forever in her debt,
Yes.
as we all are. Oh, looks like we're gonna have to zoom in on the Struthers again. Get him in the spotlight, make him large and in charge. Brett, you gotta get the pie. You gotta try the pie.
All right.
Just go. We won't tell anyone. You just got
There
the
you go.
plate, grab the fork, with or without whipped cream, however you choose to eat your pie. Oh, his lights is. No, just leave it on the cake. It's gonna, hey Barry, you're gonna leave it on the plate. Oh, it has its own little.
It's got its own holder.
Tray.
Yeah.
All right,
It's got its own tray. See?
that's right.
There we are.
Yeah.
Looks like I stumbled and grabbed the blueberries.
All right.
Here we
Well,
go.
is it warm? Which one's the warm apple pie?
I don't know. It's not there.
It's got a hole in
We're
it.
just going to leave that one alone.
All right.
For the best.
That's right.
Yeah. Give it a try. Stick a fork in it. And if you have time, let Tim and I try some. That one. Tim, go grab those.
I don't want that one. Yucky. These are pie day. This is gonna be a second rounds of pie. Which one you want? What's this?
Hawkberry or something.
Cockberry?
There's also whipped cream over there. That's how we do it, right, folks?
You gotta put some like right here.
Okay. Something I forgot to mention earlier is the final episode. Okay. It's an open house here at the Thursday Night Live studio. So, if you want to come up for it, I'm gonna make room in the other old studio or not, or the living room, or upstairs. So whoever wants to come be a part of this, you're more than welcome to come hang out for the final episode. Now, obviously, we can only fit a couple people at a time into the studio on the couch, but we can just siphon people through as that is. So, just want to make this a gathering space. So hit me up if you want to come up next week. We have already spoken for the couch, but for the final episode, let us know if you want to come up. And we'll just have a really fun night hanging out, just gathering like we always used to do. So what is this segment of the show, the final segment of the show? It's called Wins. What's important now is what it is. And so it's just all about sharing. We talked about it earlier, that sharing is caring. And so in this end of the show segment, which we can all attest is one of our favorite parts of the show, we're going to share what our win is for the week, for the day, however that looks, and then you guys will share yours, we'll share ours. We're going to put yours up on the screen, and we're going to read yours so that everybody can see what you wrote, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. It doesn't really matter. It's just a really fun time of the night to share, and I know a lot of people throughout the week are messaging me, and they're like, I already got my win. And that's what it's about. It's about highlighting things, focusing on things throughout the week, because you know you're going to get to share them with your friends. And it's kind of cool. We didn't start this since the beginning of TNL, but it just slowly crept its way in. And it was a really fun thing for people to positively look towards some good things throughout the week. So, as always, Tim's going to go first. We're going to rotate around this way. And Mr. Struthers will go second. And I'll finish out the sharing from the studio. And then we'll start sharing your guys's, and you'll see they'll pop up on the screen there.
All right, nice. Well, I guess it's all me then. You eat your pie. All right, I actually got a couple wins this week. So, number one for me was yesterday. I actually haven't got to see, got to actually like in person see my parents in probably a month and a half, just being gone and all these things. And yesterday, I was able to go sit down and have coffee with mom and dad and just to visit. You know, I think it's just so important to get the time to do those things, and it just we get so busy in life sometimes and we just make all the excuses in the world. But I think mom and dad are watching. I love you guys, and I'm so happy to have time with you. So I'm grateful for you, and thank you for always asking me to send you the link for tonight. And you've been such great supporters of watching along and enjoying the show. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you. My second win of this week is today. I had I had a day, one of those days where you do everything wrong and you're rushed and have a million things to do, and maybe you back your truck into your shop door.
Maybe. Grab a non-alcoholic mocktail.
Yeah, all the things. But I love Thursdays. Like, I live for them. Honestly, it keeps the off season so just engaged. I get to see friends. The couch has been great. I'm so thankful for Brent coming today and making us dinner and getting to spend the afternoon with Dana. And it's just special. It totally rejuvenates me, and I'm ready for the week ahead. And I'm just grateful for what this is. And a lot of the show is busy and hectic, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. But to just get into it and just exhale and enjoy what it is. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for the crew, and I love you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool, with your parents, it's having this or getting to send them the link means you get to send them the link.
Yeah. It's awesome. I love it. I think they've been with us for 2 years now.
Yeah.
They're watching along, and
one day they'll be on the couch.
I know. We're saying this, Mom and Dad.
And we have depends if they need it.
We need you on the couch next year. We'd love to show you how this actually goes down. So
beautiful. Great job. Great share. Thanks, Tim. Struthers, you're up, brother.
Yeah, this is surreal. 9.5 weeks ago, I was under the knife getting a hip replacement and dealing with chronic pain, and I'm out in the public and spending time with people that I love and community that I love with TNL, and they've been there the whole time. I've been able to watch at home, been able to tie, but it's nice to be able to get out, interact. It's so much for the mental game to be a part of it and start doing things again. So I look forward to, I've been able to fish, but there's a lot of stuff in my life that I haven't been able to do in the last 5 years, which I look forward to. But, you guys have TNL, Dana, Tim, the community, you've been supportive, and I can't thank enough for that to be there. So it's nice to be sitting on the couch tonight. So again, great to be here 3 years running for dinner. And, it's great. Let's book it for next year, because I look forward to the day every time.
Yeah, it's so cool. I just want to tell you that you have a joy in your face I haven't seen since I've known you.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
And it's a pep in your step or a wiggle in your hips.
Saw some wiggling hips today.
Yeah, I just see it's like youth. It's like a weird. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, as I say, the mental side of this has been interesting. I'm getting through it, and there's going to be good days ahead, because I can start doing things again that I enjoyed to do that I haven't been able to do for a long time. And fishing's one of them, but it was done in pain. But again, back to it's been saving my life. So thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad I stumbled on you guys a couple years ago, or 3 years ago, and fortunate enough to win a kit that
the first episode that year
that kicked me in the ass to be a little bit out of the box and start sharing. So people out there, don't be afraid to share. This is a strong community, and everybody supports everybody, and I love you all.
Beautiful. Awesome. We love you too, brother.
Thank you.
Wins. Beautiful time. It's fun. Like I said earlier, the coolest part about this is I literally am going through my week as I go through my week, and it's like, was that my win? Was that my win? And then, selfishly, I'm like, I think I got better. I think I've got a better win coming up. And just that right in itself is a win, because you're just focusing on positivity. You're focusing on looking for the wins, right? Versus, life sucks, miserable, complain. And so wins this week for myself. the glass is too much, they turn off.
Too much. Got to be able to see in that age.
You almost because you got to read. That's why you're getting nervous.
That's right.
2 big wins tonight, this week. One of them is tonight, and Mr. Struthers. And I've said it so many times, and it's kind of something Chaz brought up as he became a friend in my life. And I know my kids watch it happen, and it's like good, like friends, real friends just show up. And like you said earlier, this is the 3rd year. There's no reward for you in doing this. It's just, I remember the first time Brent called and said, I would love to come up and make you guys dinner. I was like, what do you get out of it? Right. And he just was like, no, I know you guys are busy on Thursdays and I just want to come up. And for 2 years, he came up, made dinner, and then took off to Rocky Mountain Fly Shop. And so this year's like, we got to schedule the dinner again. And it's not that Brent just comes up and makes dinner for me and Tim. He makes it for my whole entire family. So he makes sure everybody's taken care of and fed. He jumps into the kitchen. He cooks. He cleans after the show.
Foreshadowing, I love it.
Yeah. And it's just so awesome. It's just to realize, and like I was saying about the kids noticing, it's like because they've said to me multiple times that I just want friends like you have, because they see my friends showing up. And Brent, you're a guy that just shows up, and it's awesome. And super happy, proud of you. Watching you, the last couple of years, just kind of coming out of your shell, being comfortable, being uncomfortable, really being uncomfortable with the pain in your hip. I know that you were super anxious about getting your surgery. You showed us the table at which they put you on, which was horrendous. And you just have a joy in your face. And I just am very grateful that you show up and do this, one night of TNL and make me and Tim and my family dinner. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, huge thanks, man.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah,
of course.
You're always welcome when you bring food. And the second win I have before we'll jump to you guys is on Sunday, and watching Hayden's volleyball, and his team did pretty well. They haven't been doing well. They tend to not be great. And he also is going through something which is really awesome. He comes from the past of playing all the time, and now he's not getting the time on the court, which is fantastic because it's just such a skill to learn in life, how to adapt and cope with these things and how to earn time, right? So I think often so many people go through life not having to earn anything, and then they tend to be quite often a lot older, and then they have to go through this kind of thing to earn something, and they just fall flat on their face. So it's just been an interesting season at volleyball, watching him grow and learn and earn. He one of the guys kind of got hurt a bit on Sunday, and it's like I've talked to him about it, and I said, it's your chance, it's your opportunity. Like, this is your opportunity. We've talked about a lot on TNL. It's just like listening to those whispers and just taking advantage of those opportunities. And he just went out there. He was a team first guy. He was super awesome with his teammates. Very proud of him for that. And they were down like 24-22, 25 points wins the match or the set. And the downfall, they moved him to a different position, and the coach said, you can't hit, so I don't know where to put you. And Hayden's like, well, teach me. I want to learn. I want to be better at this. So anyways, the play goes down, the ball comes up. He's playing on the left side, and he goes up to hit it. And there's like a 6'5" guy on the other side. And I almost put my head in my hands, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to prove the coach right all day long. And he absolutely hammered the ball, and just broke the block. It fell on the other side, and just like he turned around, and the look on his face was just like, that was my moment, and I did, like, I proved I deserved to be here, and they end up losing. Whatever, it's totally irrelevant. But that was his moment when the stakes were high, and I just think that that's the kind of stuff as a parent that you just absolutely love to sit there and watch when your kids take advantage of an opportunity. Yeah, it was really fun. It was a really proud moment.
It's so fun to watch those moments.
Yeah, really.
Get to witness it, like,
Yeah. Being a part of it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
To see your kids succeed.
Sports, it's just a beautiful thing. And this pie is fantastic.
I know.
Yes.
Wasn't sure if you guys felt the same, but
Yeah,
it's
they-
rhubarb, whatever. Oh, you chose first, blueberry guy.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
They didn't have carrot, unfortunately.
Carrot pie.
Carrot pie. That's. Well, thanks.
Carrot pie. Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Carrot cake? Maybe. it is.
Carrot cake.
Oh, well, carrot pie.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, here we go. We'll be calling your shot.
Looks like Tara's first.
Did I miss one?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, Tamara. All right, Tim, you're up.
All right, Tamara. My win, I survived another hockey season. I am also sure my husband is happy to have the kitchen counter back, as I have been customizing awards for the last 2 months. Final day is on Saturday.
Bittersweet.
All right, Struthers.
All right. Getting out of my comfort zone here.
Travis.
Travis. My son graduated from AIT in Missouri for the Army National Guard. He is flying home tonight. Thanks to all that have served and have served now.
Yeah,
Thank you
amen
very
to
much.
that.
Amen.
That's freaking awesome. Kenny, Wynn's getting the boat ready for this weekend. First float of the year. Also finding out Mr. Struthers has a float booked for the same day as Cam and I.
Wow, awesome.
Did I double book them?
No, I think we're with.
Oh, the
Tim.
next day,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're with Tim. So
Yeah, on the 11th.
Nice.
yeah, that'll be a fun day.
Yeah.
Be a great day. Adrian, win. After a couple of nights at the Alberta Children's Hospital with pneumonia, little man is back home and being his normal self. Huge shout out to the doctors and the RNs. Had a great leadership course that I took a lot of time, but it was, sorry, can you move your cursor? There you go. It was excellent. Life was great again. I got to enjoy most of the show and tie a bunch. TNL fam, much love, OQP.
Get that thing out of here.
Jeff Kraft, my win this week. The awesome people that I've been able to share this crazy thing called life with, family and friends, is the lift up we've needed sometimes to help see life clearly and make it simpler. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah. Ritzko. My win is I'm happy to be heading home to Calgary tonight.
Nice. Safe travels.
Safe travels, Mike.
Jerry, my win for the week is having my daughter's hockey team, after a tough 6-5 loss, to bounce back and finish with a big 10-1 win. Look forward to finishing the season off playing against the kids this weekend.
Oh, yeah, the parent
Nice.
game.
Well, I'm.
You got to read this
I'm
one.
so privileged to read this. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Probably the biggest wins I've ever had this week. So, biggest win was the birth of my son and newest TNL Fem member, Jonathan Bowe, on March the 11th.
J-Bo. The
Clicks
official-
all around.
The official birthday boy.
Allison was an absolute rock star, and it was a wild ride. I love her so much and so proud. Holy smokes, I'm not going to get through this. Second win today was Allison's 30th birthday. And again, happy birthday, Allison.
Yes.
JB and I made her breakfast in bed. And third was beating the Wizard. Allison won bingo in season 4, but
Yes.
lost the Wizard, so that Fitzsimmons family needed redemption.
Nice. So pumped for you
Good.
guys.
Congrats.
That's so epic. Yeah.
So incredible.
So good. Oh, I guess that's me. Chaz. My amazing wife got tickets to Shane Gillis. We get to take Nolan to Edmonton Boat and Sportsman Show this weekend. Grateful for TNL and the people. Looking forward to IF4. It is all about the fam.
Nice. Andy, win for the week was hanging out with my daughter at her birthday party on Friday, then spending 3 days on the ice with Eli and friends and family. The weather is unreal. The family is happy and healthy. OQP LPCF.
Cam Wolnov. Had a tough week. Lost another great woman in my life. My wife's dear mom passed away after a very short illness and came as a complete shock. Sorry for your loss, Cam. Send huge love to Jen out in Ontario while she was going through this difficult journey. Looking forward to a bit of river therapy and peace this weekend, floating Sunday with fly trout. Keep your families and friends close. Hugs, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, bud.
The mayor, my win for the year, celebrating the 65th birthday in the studio on the couch with my wife Norma. Thank you to Tim and Dana for such a great surprise party. Special thanks to Colleen and Claude for your presence during this great time and the bag of goodies. Craft Beer Nation for the beverages, some better than others. He did not like the birthday suit.
He didn't like it, huh?
And Friesen Brothers and Sundry for the wonderful birthday cake. It was delicious. And last but not least, the awesome evening spent with the whole TNL fam. Thank you all. It was a night I will not soon forget.
Awesome. Bags. I will be at the Boat and Sportsman show this Saturday, showcasing the new guiding company I've been working on really hard for the Edmonton and area. It's been a long road getting here, but I'm so insanely excited to be able to attempt this new journey. So nervous, but so excited.
Yeah, buddy. Give her nuts. Nuts.
Nuts.
These nuts.
Mr. Craig Jones. My win. My family, Cole and Allison, adding a new member. Congratulations to you on all the arrival of JB. My youngest takes off next week, sailing for a week in BC, and finally seeing Brent on the couch. It was great meeting him a few weeks back and looking forward to spending some time on the water. It was great meeting you too, Craig. Look forward to it.
Nice. Mr. Durfee, my win is the wife is safe in town. The best friend as I hold down the fort up here with our biggest snowstorm. I heard about that.
Yeah.
Thankful she didn't have to drive in the worst of it.
Nice. Mr. Augustin, my win for the week. I got my business license this past week. I have my guide insurance for my raft. My Orvis rods came in after getting my pro status. I just need to set up my LLC, and I'm ready to officially be a fly fishing guide in Middle Tennessee. Glad to see Brent up and running.
Nice.
Awesome,
Congrats, Eric. That's
buddy.
awesome.
Another guide school grad.
Another
Both
guide school
Bags
grad.
and Eric.
There you go. Well, Mr. Harry Tats, went to
Mrs. Harry Tats.
went to Winnipeg to teach a barbering class. Had an amazing time. Makes me excited for the future.
Nice
That's
stuff.
awesome. Nice job, Tiff.
Raymond, my win is getting my income tax done and find out that I got some of my hard-earned money back this year, paying for I-4 weekend.
All right.
That's
All
a
right.
rarity.
Look forward to seeing you
Ray.
there.
Yeah. Josh, win today. Wifey arrived safely from Winnipeg and surprised me with a birthday dinner with her and my little man. Finished in time for TNL. I've grown to look forward to Thursday tying.
Yeah, you do, buddy. It's
Great
great,
birthday.
great tire too. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Trevor McPhee. I heard about this actually.
Yeah.
Getting away for a weekend in the mountains with my wife and dogs. Maybe not about that, but getting to meet David and Tim along with the wonderful staff at Rocky Mountain and Fly Shop. It sounds like I just missed them when I was
You
there
did.
today.
You did.
Yes,
You literally just came in like 5 minutes after.
It was great to meet you, Trevor.
That's
That
great.
was super awesome. Yeah. Cool, Rutherford. Me? Oh.
That's you, yeah.
New shelving in the keg cooler, increasing our backstock from 80-ish flats to over 250, giving us the ability to start beer club back up as well as take on some larger accounts with restaurants in our area. Getting ready for the Alberta Food and Beverage Expo in Red Deer on April 6th. Super excited to be this year's liquor store sponsor for the event and being on the other side of the table talking with the guests. Although I'm going to miss walking around trying all the new beers.
That's awesome, Dave. Mr. Flink, I'm just really glad that I'm here with all of you and can relax for a couple of hours. Dedicated to a great family and program. Thanks, Dana and Tim.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick. Yeah. Super cool. All right, folks. We've literally on time now. This is the new on time.
Well, it's because you haven't changed the clock, so it
I know.
looks
We're
like
it's
it's
8:30 here. Yeah.
Can't figure that one out.
I got friends down in Vegas chirping me about the hockey game tonight, so I don't really know what the score is. Just see the random text come in, and that's
Probably
about
not
it. Guys,
just
get
that,
this pie away from me.
Looks like we just got one that
Shawnee
showed up. Just made it back. Back popped up.
Back into place.
Back popped back into place.
How many
this week
seashells?
after 21 days of shooting pain, and just like that, it's good to go. Got back on the ice and pitched tonight.
Nice.
2-1 Calgary. My win for right now is this. it's the Beaner group and Fraser. Yeah. Bam. Awesome.
Incredible.
Phenomenal episode.
Yeah. Love it.
One more win. Is Eli's phone still working after a dip in the ice hole?
Oh, that was Eli's phone. Gotcha.
Yeah. We love you so much, Cole, and Allison, and the J-Bo.
J-Bo.
So awesome. So good. Everyone at TNL is OQP. Yeah, and what we started, if you kind of look behind Mr. Struthers here, I'll just take you back to normal.
Yeah.
Is the letters behind him say OQP. And so every time people come, what we've started to do is take Polaroids. And that one's gonna go up there. This is me and Tim before the show tonight. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. Is we're gonna just keep sticking those up there. So you're more than welcome to come out for the final episode. We'll find a place. We'll rotate through the couch, whatever we got to do, and we'll just have I believe Friesen Brothers mentioned something about giving me a brisket to make.
Nice.
Maybe we'll need 2 briskets if we get a lot of people coming.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you're coming. If not, we'll see you at IF4. We'll see you next Thursday. Make sure you go online and get your donation giveaways because there's a lot of prizes this year. And it's a good time as always. So,
Thanks, fam. Appreciate the evening. It's been great.
Oh, it's been awesome having you here, buddy.
beautiful. I'm going to go for a run after 4 pies, 42 burgers.
Yeah,
all
I'm
the
feeling
good stuff.
a little heavy in this.
Although my 6-pack is still prominent.
I know, it's crazy how well that's.
One svelte individual.
Svelte.
Your nipples are your
Svelte.
armpits.
Svelte tight individual.
Well,
Neen.
your t-shirts are going to go out.
Yeah.
Why don't you show some of them? The black, the green. We got the green.
The green's amazing.
Yeah, we got a. There's a lot. Here we go. Little people catch fish.
Yeah.
Gray one. Yeah.
It's called white, but I
like. It's like mottled, like Heather or Heather, they call it or whatever.
It's a great shirt.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Well done.
Very well done.
6 steak print and design. I think the Flames might have scored
3-1
again.
Flames.
I just got a F-U-U.
Good night, Tom.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
Tom.
Love
Everybody-
Tom Pape.
Yeah.
Remember, folks, be someone's reason to smile this week. Look for your win. Write it down. Something. Remember it. And we'll be back next week. But that'll be our second last episode. 4 flies left. 4 patterns.
Oh, man.
And it's time to just give away and spend a month shipping stuff. Not gonna lie, don't sell my favorite thing. But we will get your t-shirts shipped out here right away for all of you that ordered it. If you want to just pick it up at IF4, let me know too. But I'll ship them out. Do whatever you need. Until then, I'm Dana. That's
I'm Tim.
and that guy.
Mr. Brent Struthers.
Mr. Struthers.
Thanks, folks.
See you next week. We love you. We love you so much.
Love you all.
Bye. Oh, hearts.
I can feel my body cold against the concrete, but I can't seem to get enough. My mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me in bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Pack up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Pack up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up, do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. So put your for your innocence, acting like you're into me. I know this is hopeless, moving in slow motion, trying to control my thoughts, but I can't stop our body talk. This is a no-go, I just can't